Simming Sunday here at Attic Door Media. It has occurred to me that I should introduce myself on camera where I can be seen. So let me go ahead and do that. Hi, I'm Cece, and I'm here with Mary on audio.
Oh my god. Sorry, this is just starting off to such a shit show and I love it.
So that's Mary, and we're
Hi.
here together building a shell challenge by MxPlumBee. It's their honeycomb shell, and we started it yesterday, and we're going to keep it going today, and we're going to get as far as we can, because we got like 8 rooms to fill, so I don't know if we're going to finish it, but we're going to do our best, and we'll see how it goes. Are you okay?
That was just so fucking perfect.
Well, you know, it's occurred to me that for like 8 months I've been introducing myself off camera and then letting people try to figure out which one of us is which after we go live.
You also don't start the starting stream thing, so sometimes the intros to your thing get cut off. It starts like 4 or 5 seconds in.
We're super pro streamers, you guys.
I love our friendship so much. It's so wonderful.
So what I'm hearing is actually for 8 months I've been like intermittently not introducing myself at all.
Yes.
That's cool. It's cool. We're super functional.
We're the worst. We're the actual worst.
You know, it's been a special
cute.
weekend, folks. You know, I'm really enjoying how this has come about, and I haven't looked at any other versions of this shell, so I'm not
I have not
intimidated
either.
by ones that are probably better than mine. So I feel pretty good about it right now.
I don't know. It's heckin' cute. It is like super heckin' cute. So
I'm happy
I
with
don't
it.
know.
I guess I'm worried that like going beehive was the obvious move, but I don't know. I like
Well,
it.
I don't think so. I like it. I think it's super cute. Bee's whole thing is that like we're a hive. You know, we're a hive, not a cult. You know, and that we kind of all like work together, and it's in a community. I thought you'd like that pun.
Yes.
And that it's all for like the greater purpose. Also, they call everyone bumblebutts, and that's just freaking great. So I love that the hive aspect is still there. I also really love hexes.
Hexagons are the bestigons.
Hexagons are the bestigons. That's true. That's super true.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
let's see. We've done these 3. Mark was like, "How many rooms do you have left?" And I was like, "Only like 8 or so."
And he was like, "What?" I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've been going kind of like a semi-modern, semi-cozy kind of vibe.
Yeah, so their stream aesthetic is cozy comfort,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome. And I like that we're keeping that, but I like that it's basically like whatever, you know, it's basically anything goes up in here.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Sorry, my WordPress today decided that it was going to not allow me to edit posts in our thinger.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, that was not super descriptive. We have an add-on on our WordPress, which allows us to edit things in a drag and drop fashion as HTML. And it decided that for the first time in many moons, it was just going to not allow me to edit it in this Flotsam plugin. It was just going to make me edit it in bare bones nonsense.
That sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, I'm not super wild about it. I don't like what's happening in here. I don't like the way that this is. I don't like that I can't just like, it's just not doing the thing that I want it to do.
Okay, so since I discovered that this is a wall speaker, I'm just gonna use it in like most of my builds.
honestly, it's mostly annoying on the button thing because I can't customize the button for some dumb reason that I cannot ascertain. It's fine. This is
Likes
just
to
gonna
keep
be
you guessing.
I just want technology to, like, you know, work. And I don't feel like that's asking for a lot.
Psh, technology working.
I know, silly me, right? Silly me.
I like that these all kind of look like bubble pods.
Kinda, right?
Like it's a Mars habitat.
Right? Like, I kinda really, like it.
Yeah. I'm just curious. It says that we're missing out on requirements for these other ones. And I'm just wondering if I could make one that fits all the requirements to just overachieve. A recycler. That's all we need? Okay. A recycler. And another sales table. And what does this
This
want?
is somehow less
I have a community
useful.
board. What did it do to my build? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's back, thank god.
Oh no! Oh god! What did you do? Oh, because you switched the lot
that
type.
was a moment. That was a moment.
You switched the lot type. What did you do? Why?
I just wanted to see what the other requirements were. I didn't want to delete my whole dang build.
No.
Sheesh. Oh, we should
Hi,
have
Mark.
a drink fridge. Oh, yay. Okay, the dogs are outside doing their thing. So now I can let them in. Which I could do, if I had a wireless headset, then that would be super easy. But I have to take off this headset to let them in. That's okay. I just have to take it off. Yeah.
In? Sir, how are you?
Okay.
So how are you coping with the first bit of rain that we've had in quite a while?
I'm so relieved. My grass was so
I
dead.
truly am. I truly, truly am.
Excuse you. You don't press the mouse. I press the mouse. Hi. She's nosing my hand, trying to get the treats to come out. You volunteered to be up here.
Well, yeah, but that's like the whole thing, isn't it?
She does this thing sometimes where I won't ask her to do anything, and then she'll be like, out of nowhere, I did the trick. Will you hand out a treat? Like,
It means I did get the thing, right? Because I did the thing. Yeah, no. Finn's like that too.
let me see if she'll do it again. I want to see if she'll do it on the camera. Yes, I see you.
Hi, Leia. Nope. Nope. That is not the image we wanna.
Oh, she gave up. Did you give up? How about a butt scratch? Should we take a butt scratch?
All right.
She's gonna wait till I turn this camera away.
She totally is. She
Absolutely.
very much is. She very much is.
You can see her intensity. There, oh, there she goes.
Leia. Leia. Oh, the pretty puppy. Okay. That is so dumb.
You
I
see
wish.
see her
do.
demanding to be petted?
I do. How is she with the rain? Because I know she likes to go out and be dirty and gross and
Filthy?
shit and
Yeah, well, I mean, she smells like dirt. And I
Yeah,
haven't
but
checked,
kind
but her butt is probably wet.
I don't know if I've thanked you enough, by the way, for our brand style guide that you made. But I want to thank you again for including all of the things that you did.
It comes in handy.
It sure as shit does, let me tell you. Nope, that's the wrong one. That is the wrong color, but... Oh my goodness.
You can see her staring into my soul. You gonna take
She
a nap
trying.
now?
She trying, man.
You gonna take a nap now? This is my mouse hand, Leia.
She cares not.
This is my fault. I put her on my right. I should have put her on my left.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
I know we came here to do a build, but my dog asked me to pet her,
Hey,
so
no,
I have
you
to.
You gotta do it.
It's
you gotta do it, man.
required. My hand is tired, Leia.
So I can't align the button, which I find to be silly.
Okay. How about we do this? Oh yes, we're very interested now that I brought the snacks.
Oh yeah, no, once the snacks are in. Man, once the snacks are in.
Sick. Will you? I don't know if you can see the other one.
I can.
Okay. There he is. I swear, like, 50% of her brain power is trying to figure out how to get me to dispense snacks. Leia. Shake.
I mean...
Shake. Look at this filthy paw! Look at this paw that's covered in dirt!
Cares not.
I have special shampoo coming for her.
Do you?
I do, yeah, because she's been itchy. Shake, Luke. Thank you. Thank you. That's all. That's all the snacks.
All of them, that's all the snacks.
Okay. Okay.
So how many buildings were in this this again? This build? The 9?
One,
No,
two,
there's 9 left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 3 bathrooms.
Okay.
Bye. You get to see my face again now. I know that's more disappointing than the dogs.
It's your face. I mean, I miss the dogs too. I've just seen more of you.
Okay, what was I looking for? I was looking for another community table.
Okay, so the flag. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, but 2 of these are the same.
Well, some of them are like old, so they really shouldn't be used. But they're still in there, I guess, for people that prefer to use them for themselves.
Yeah. So how do you feel about making all the main hive rooms like colors of the rainbow? We've done like blue and green, we've got a yellow, maybe doing like a purple and a pink and like a
We have enough. We're gonna have to double up on some of the colors, honestly.
Yeah, but we could do that, and we could put the corresponding like primary or predominant color of the flag in each of those rooms.
That's a thought. But like some of them are like blue and pink.
Yeah, and from there we can be like, oh, well, there's more pink flags than blue flags. We'll put that in this room, or like we'll mix and match.
It's worth giving a shot, I think.
I think that's the only way to like fairly fit all of them in there. I think. That's all I got.
Okay.
Something screamed.
Oh yeah. Can you hear them growling at each other?
No. Oh, it was Ivan. Ivan does not like. So we have a little puppy gate. Hey, Mishmash, how you doing?
Hey, Mishmash. Hello and welcome.
So we have a little puppy gate up in the office to keep Finn back here with me while we're streaming, so he doesn't go wander off, destroy some things, harass some cats, get in everyone's way, take over the world, whatever it is that he's doing.
Did you get sick of playing with him?
But Ivan is at the stage in his life where he doesn't want to be bothered jumping over it.
Yeah.
So we have to like lean it against the door so he can like walk under it or through it. And it upsets Finn because Finn wants to follow the cat out, and if we put it upright and we don't realize Ivan's there, he just sits there and makes the littlest old man noises until we do it.
He's such a cutie.
Yes. That's a word.
How you doing, Mishmash? I'm just looking at some things.
So I got to play a little bit of Stardew Valley with the roomies today.
Yeah, how was that?
It was good. I finally got to go to the new island.
Yeah. Oh, exciting.
Yeah, I didn't get to do it a lot because like literally we went one time halfway through the day just before this stream. But it was still super fun.
Nice.
Everything was new and different, and now I just want to play Stardew Valley forever.
Yes.
Until I die. Not the worst. You're doing good? That's good to hear. Yeah, played again, or up early again, rather, I guess. Up early, I think is what it is.
Up early.
God, now he's just screaming. He has decided he's going to make it everyone's problem.
That tracks.
Yeah. I was explaining my first orange cat to the roomies today because he just liked. I will say, so of all of the cats I've had, Julius was the cattiest cat that I've ever had, where he really just liked to mess with people. He didn't much like care. He just truly loved to fuck with people. And he was so old. He was so old. Like he was old when I was a kid. He was like 13 or 14 when I was born. And he was out of fucks. He was so broken. But what he used to like to do, and he was obsessed with the weirdest things. So he was obsessed with this Scotch Guard starch stuff that my mom used to put on my dad's work shirts because she would iron his work shirts back when he was a manager before he retired. And every night she would iron and press his shirts and have whatever. And she would hang them from the top of their door, so they could dry and whatever. And he would somehow scale the door, remove the buttoned shirt from the hanger, not dislodge the hanger, and then he would crumple it up and turn it into a nest and sleep on it. Because,
like you do.
Like you do. And so that, I was telling them the story. It's a little sad, but that's actually what he had done when he passed. Is he did that to my father's work shirts and then passed on the shirt, and he would do this in the doorway to their bathroom, and he would force them to basically step over them every time they walked into the bathroom. And so my father was swearing, "God damn cat, you terrible motherfucker," all this terrible shit. And my mom was like, "That's weird. Like usually, like if you start grumbling at him, he gets up and goes about his merry way." And so she goes over and she like looks at him and she's like looking real closely at him. She's like, and it was extra crummy because I was at a sleepover because I was like 6 or 7. I must have been like 6. And they're like, "Oh no." So yeah, that was.
So did they tell you that the cat was dead, or did they tell
no,
you it went to live on a farm or something?
No, they told me. I was already familiar.
You never
with
know.
that 6 years old. No, when I was 3, I watched my mother's cat spear my goldfish.
Oh, that's some real like a circle of life stuff right there.
Yeah, you know those the church carnival they used to have every year?
Sure.
Okay, well, I don't know if you went to the church by me, but they had the little goldfish ping pong games.
Mm-hmm.
I actually won some goldfish in that, and so I had goldfish, and we came home from the carnival and put the goldfish in their tank, and then we went back to the fair, and we came back, the cat was
enjoying lunch.
Yeah. It was rough. It was super rough. So I actually don't remember like what they told me. I just remember that happened. But yeah, his last act in life was to troll the shit out of my father. And honestly, if that isn't goals, I don't know what is. Okay, that's Akiko. I thought that was Finn, and he was about to get a shoe thrown at him. You were making noise, and I thought you were the dog rifling around in your things. Oh, I believe we had to, make the bathrooms shittier. No pun intended.
Well, they're very nice. The bathrooms,
they're way
by nice,
nice.
I mean they're fancy. So
Yeah.
they might be too fancy. So maybe
they're a little too fancy.
Maybe we can find a way to cozy them up with some decorations. Okay. Yeah, because I don't really want to change the fixtures, but they're very fancy. Like
I think the toilet's fine.
Yeah. It's a Ecoletoad's a little odd. But yeah, the sink is just like wah!
The sink is yeah.
So we're gonna have a whole room just for magic. I've decided that there's can I rotate this? Am I allowed to rotate it? I should just move everything inside.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to move anything.
Yeah, that's the safer bet. Oh, thank you for the host, Mishmash. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the host.
Just move the sink over here. Not in the wall, just on the wall. Yeah, there we go. That's a better place for the door, I think.
Oh no.
What happened?
Several people are asking me very suddenly if I've seen Invincible and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Both? I've seen both.
I know you have.
Yeah, I don't know why they would be asking you that. Well, I guess maybe I know why in relation to Winter Soldier.
Whimsy is asking me because she needs to lit talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, get back to me when you watched it.
Yep.
And I'll tell you stuff, but for now.
Yeah. I'm doing as well as I think can be expected without aside from that one spoiler.
Yeah, you got Twitter spoiled.
I did get Twitter spoiled.
And I'm sorry for that. It was not my fault, but I'm still sorry.
No, I appreciate the the empathy.
Yeah. Well, that's not where the fabricator would go. This is a recycler. Should we put a recycler in the cart? This is kind of a big, ugly... I don't think we need this.
It is. Yeah.
It's not the vibe. Okay. But there's this whole little warren here of like little side passages all around the different
Yeah.
buildings. Okay, so let's do magic room. Let's look at the realm of magic stuff, and maybe that will help us decide what the accent, the contrast color should be. Although, well, we already have one that's teal, but I don't think we have one that's pink yet.
I don't think we have one that's pink, no.
So these little candles are pink, so we could try that.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
see.
cool with pink.
Let's see if this stays in here. And I'm gonna put in magic.
You know you can sort, right, as well?
That's a good idea, because that really didn't bring up a lot. Alright, realm of magic. Okay. There we go.
I meant to point that out yesterday during the stream, but I was cuddling the kitten and my hands were not free.
What?
I was watching you sort, like, try and like by word, and I was like, you can just filter. Just a filter. You can just filter, man.
Oh wow, this is the size of the entire hexagon.
Oh no.
It's actually too bright inside the buildings a little bit, with all of the with the overhead sun, because of all of the skylight glass ceilings. Sometimes it's hard to see
That's
the builds.
fair. That's super fair. I'd say do it at night, but that's not gonna help you either.
No, I just set it to evening. It's fine. It's just funny. You chewing on your little foot? Okay. So it looks like pink is not really a color that's part of this pack. So we're off to a solid start, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think that we're gonna be. We might be able to do indigo.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Wow. That's intense. Okay.
Yeah, we could probably do like white and indigo might look nice.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll make all the furniture neutral. And then we can grab some pink stuff from other packs.
Yeah, it's fine. We can figure something out. That's not impossible.
This appears to have a pink swatch.
Flower is pink.
Yeah. Let's see. Should I put a magic mirror in here?
Mirror on the wall. There are no charisma items on this lot, so I mean... Can't hurt?
Yeah, I think it's nice. I think it looks magical to have a mirror by
The cauldron?
Yeah.
I think
it
so.
gives you, like,
I think it does.
context. Because it's near the cauldron, so it's like, this isn't a regular mirror.
It's a magic... Oh my
magic
god.
mirror.
I almost died. That music video, that parody I sent you last week. when they started quoting 8-bit D&D, I almost lost my mind because it had been so long since not since I thought about it, because I feel like I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
It's something I've thought every time I cast Magic Missile.
We don't even honestly have to be casting Magic Missile. If you and Kildar are casting literally anything, I say it. Like, it's just something that's, like, so ingrained. It's like, okay, and what are you attacking? I attack the darkness. Like, I just automatically think of it, but it's been
Once
so
it's in
long
your brain,
since,
it's
like,
in your brain.
It's there. It's just there.
This curio case is empty, which implies to me that I could fill it, which is an interesting idea. I don't think I'm going to keep it in this room.
But I don't know that you actually can. It might be, though. I feel like you should be able to, like, make stuff stick there, but it doesn't look like it will.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave it in this room. I've just put it in there because I want to experiment.
This is going to be a very random statement. One of my very favorite things about you and I sharing so many Pinterest boards now is seeing all of the images that both you and I have saved for separate things. As inspiration.
Yeah.
Because I know when I see things that you've saved, I'm like, oh, I know why she saved this.
But it's not the same reason you saved it.
It is not the same reason that I saved it. But it is funny as hell. Because I'm just like, I was like, where did this board come from? Oh, it's from Cece. That makes sense. Oh, hey, I remember this art. Oh, hey, I remember this art. Oh, that's funny. I had that saved for this other character that I never got to play. But it is one of my randomly very favorite favorite things. This looks so cute.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's cozy, I think.
Oh.
So,
theme of the build, isn't it?
Yeah. See, if we had... Oh, my goodness. Can I put curtains over the door? Can Sims use that?
You know, I don't know.
Interesting. It's okay. I'll leave it there until we put windows.
You should leave that one double wall with no art on it so we can put a flag on it.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna put windows on these two walls. I'm just gonna see if I could put clutter inside this curio case first. Why would you let it be? Oh, it works.
It just depends on the item.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Not every item.
It has to fit, so it has to be really small. But look, it works. This would be great to put gemstones in if you have a sim that collects gemstones.
Gemstones. That'd be so perfect.
Yeah, this tissue box, ironically, is like the perfect size. And like this fits in here.
Oh my
These
God,
are not the
adorable.
items you would actually put in here. This is just proof of concept.
Funny. That's cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's cool. And it's space for 4 items as long as they're small. Okay, cool. I'm glad we had this moment.
Yes.
I'm gonna put the windows in now, like I said I would.
You're like, now I'm gonna completely derail everything I said. So you like doing shell challenges?
Yeah, I do. This is only the second shell challenge I've done.
The other one you did was
enjoyed
for
it both sides. Her username is Jessica Backwards. And I did a shell for her.
Okay. Was that the nightclub?
Yeah, that was the karaoke bar. Oh, that's cute. So you would put the walls up so you can't actually see into the bathroom. But look, you get like a window into this little tree box.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of awkward, but you can't see the toilet, which is really...
Yes.
I think,
yeah. If you put the walls down, then sure, you can see the toilet, but there's
but Sims themselves cannot see.
Yeah.
That's gonna sound really out of context to anybody who's new to this stream. When we do our random build challenges, very often, sometimes chat will ask us to put floor length windows in the bathroom.
in front of
It
the
started-
toilet.
It started as a joke, but now that's just a thing that makes its way into all of our builds somehow.
That's just what they like now.
That's just what they like.
So that's what we do. All right, pink.
You know what's kind of funny is this one pin is the if Tam was a necromancer pin.
Oh,
One
that
day.
sounds intense.
One day I'm gonna play that goddamn character. If it kills me, Cece.
If it kills you.
It kills me. Well, I made that character in... Shit, 2012? 2013? Something
Probably
like that.
around there, yeah.
Yeah, and the game just fizzled.
Well, you know, that happens sometimes. There's been a
It
lot of games
happens.
where we played one session or no sessions.
Yeah. And that's totally acceptable. Like that happens. It's just I had like a deep dive on that build, and now I've had to upend so many things so I can fit that character in places. Because god damn it. I made a lot of effort.
Do you like the coral better or the blush pink?
I like the blush.
The very light?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually not a huge fan of the color coral.
Oh.
And I'm neutral on the color, but after that Walking Dead meme happened.
Oh, I prefer a more orange pink to like a more bubblegum pink. But I was
Yeah, I don't
specifically
like
matching the
bubblegum.
candles.
Yeah, I don't like bubblegum, but
Yeah,
I like blush and rose.
Mhm.
Like dusky rose I actually really, really like.
Oh, so
but
do you like this mauve better? Or maybe you prefer the darker.
The darker pink.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like that, and I think it matches with the with
candles
other
better.
rooms that the candles and the ones that you've got in the other rooms.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do it a little darker, which is good. You know, it's really bright in here because of the entire ceiling being a skylight. So we can get away with having darker walls.
Yeah.
I've been keeping them kind of light on the light side because I don't want it to compete with all of the stuff because there's so much yellow. But I think we can get away with it in here because everything else, there wasn't really a yellow swatch on these wood things.
There was not.
So they've
no.
gone white. Yeah, okay. So if we're gonna leave the windows open for flags, then, oh. Yeah, I don't think, oh, it looks so cute on the door. I hope Sims can use this because I really like it. And I know that there's floor to ceiling windows here, but I like the idea that you could close off the door
Yeah.
to do your see her magic stuff. I don't know. Again, there's windows
that's a
right
cool
here.
idea. Like that's
Yeah.
a cool thing. Like, oh man, this is gonna be a problem, Cece.
What?
They released more of the luminary dice, but this set's orange.
Oh.
And I don't know how to get it.
Oh no.
I mean, I think I know where to get it. No, these are different.
Okay.
That might be it. I don't want eBay though.
So we're gonna need red, orange, and yellow. So let's remove.
We kind of have. Well, so would
pink.
you quantify the main room as yellow, or would you quantify that as purple? Because the accents are all purple, but the room itself is yellow.
I think we can wait and see.
Oh,
We might do a room that's more yellow. It might even be this room.
okay.
Is the pink going to be the stand-in for red, or are we going to have...
That's kind of what I was thinking, since I don't think like a red room would like vibe with this. You know what I mean?
Let me see what our options are.
The orange is going to be a pain in your ass.
It's not.
I love that wallpaper so much.
So like, that's
two-tone.
orange. Yeah. I lost it. I just had it and it's gone now.
The two-tone one?
Yeah.
That's in wallpaper, not paint.
Oh. I didn't tell it to just select paint. I mean, I probably did. But not on purpose.
But not on purpose. If you hadn't done like 5 iterations, I would also say you could just hit the back button until, you know.
Nah. There it is. So I like this actually for orange. With this orange stripe around the room. And then I think we could do that for the kids' room. And then I'm willing to use this gradient for red. Then I'm gonna see if this is my only option. Or, oh, that's cute. Sorry, it's glitter. They have a glitter pattern.
They do. They do. I think we can do that if we have an extra room. Like, I think we can do that.
I might do that in all the bathrooms. Because that's cozy, right? The bathrooms don't have a skylight. So they're dark. I guess it's time to put windows in them.
It's probably time to put windows or lights in them. Yeah, we didn't really add either.
There's one light, but it's not a very bright light. Okay, so actually all the bathrooms are going to be yellow. This will be purple. This is violet, I think. Because indigo's more blue.
Indigo's a little bit more blue.
Okay, so we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. So we need indigo. And then we have another freebie room. We have 2, actually, because we also have pink. Okay. So indigo is purple. But it's blue purple, not red purple.
Yeah. This one will be rough, I think.
A bit.
You might be able to get a right way. Oh, you want to put the purple in the spa.
Yeah.
What about that one with the white border? That, it looks like it's on the second row at the very, very top. Oh, you have moved colors. Never the fuck mind.
Ages ago. But, that's okay. Okay, so I'm back.
Okay. Nope.
It says, second
row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. It still gives you pastel and looks like it would be calming, but still looks notably more blue-purple than anything else. That basic pastel.
Yeah, it's the same as this one with no border.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to do one of those.
I've been doing them with no border. I think this is a pretty good indigo, unless you go... I don't even think you can go dark.
I don't really think that you can.
Like, there's no options. Look, this is showing up in purple.
Yeah.
For crying out loud. Oh, I guess there's this, but this is basically gray, which is actually probably what the last room should be. Gray.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's a little darker. It's definitely in the zone of blue-purple.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
I like either of them, honestly.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the darker one just so the color's a little bit stronger.
Okay.
Oh, I guess there's... Yeah. Oh! There's also... Wow, that's intense. That's too intense for a spa. And we're not really doing wallpaper. wallpaper. Okay, I think we've got it. Just scrolling through everything that's available. A lot of gray comes up, which is an interesting choice.
Yeah, that is an interesting choice by the dev teams.
Yeah.
My random upsetness, by the way. So we got the catalogs in Stardew, because apparently there's this huge exploit if you're in a multiplayer game where you can generate infinite amounts of whatever item. So iridium bar, gold bars, diamonds, legendary fish, whatever it is, if it fits on a table, you can exploit it. And so we got the catalogs, and I was able to like redesign my entire house and like make shit match, and I was like, Sims could never. And I was laughed at by the roommates because they're like, really? And I'm like, listen, you don't understand.
It could never. Though.
I love the bubble wallpaper, but I hate that in round rooms it cuts off the circles.
Yeah, and it doesn't match up. Which
and it doesn't match up. Like
I disagree that bothers with.
Yeah, because it does in regular rooms. Which makes no sense. It upsets me.
That's interesting.
Max, this is why we can't have nice things.
Oh no, it's still too purple.
That is very purple, holy crap.
Okay. I like it though.
Fits.
I'm gonna leave it for now, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so the gaming room is red-orange, and the kids' room is yellow-orange. I could switch that. Yeah, no, I think red is right for the gaming room. Okay, did I put a door here? Yes, there is a door. I'm not sure if it's the right place for the door.
Sure.
Maybe here. I feel like this is better. Yeah, and then... So I can't add any walls, right? But I can... Where is it? I can, like, take this thing and put it here and be like, this is not for walking.
This is, yeah, you can cut it off.
Yeah, I just can't do it with a wall. Just because it's like, it's very narrow. This is narrow too, but it doesn't bother me as much for some reason. I could have done this thing with the tree again over here, but I don't think I made the right window choices to make that happen.
I don't know that you did, no.
Yeah, we'll revisit that idea later, because right now we're doing video games.
Yeah. My other thought with the flags is if you didn't want to put it in the inside, you could put it on either side of the door that corresponded with the color of the room for the flags.
Oh,
sorry.
That's cool.
Because I know you spend a lot of time picking out those window coverings.
Oh, yeah, so like this room is very full, but we could probably swap out this thing up here for a flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something by the door. Or we could layer it. We'll figure it out. Okay, so what have we got here? Unorthodox gaming console. Goldie box gaming console. And then we have this. And we have this. So we'll need probably a gaming computer. That'll go on this wall.
Stands to reason.
Yeah. And then, actually, I think it might be better to do this. And then try to do this. And then, So we're gonna need a TV.
Ooh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so if I can do this with the desk and the gaming thing here, I can set up a TV over here with a game console and like some couches.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool. So we'll need a desk.
Be nice, yeah.
So we're going white, yellow, and red. Of course, this gaming pad thing won't be red.
Any color than what it is, that's fine.
Yeah. We could actually probably do 2 of these in here.
We could, then we could have like, oh my god, it could be a little LAN party.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Do you remember LAN parties? Those are the worst.
Didn't we have one of those and we played
We did.
Fantasy Grounds? I
Yeah,
know,
no,
within
we
a
were
LAN party
judged.
so we could all play D&D together but on our own computers. Oh
in
god.
The mid-
It's
in the middle of our
student
main-
union.
Yeah. At like 1 in the morning, the pizza dude was so confused.
It's devastating to admit. What am I doing?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you guys are working late night," and we're like,
Yeah, working.
"No, we're not working. We're playing D&D. Like, why the fuck would we be working in college? It doesn't make any sense." Nope. Nope. Just being on just being, you know, being nerds. Just nerds being nerds. Which I'm not mad about, honestly.
Okay, electronics.
I'm gonna stop looking at dice. I'm just gonna do myself a favor.
You really
Stop.
should.
I really ought to, right?
Yeah. I think we can do a slightly bigger TV than that. I think we can even do a slightly bigger TV than that. Is this?
Ooh, you know, I was gonna say the tiny home TVs are really, really great, and they have some really cool orange and red swatches.
Yeah, it's not showing me the regular TVs because they are black.
Yeah,
But I actually
but you know what?
need.
I like this.
Yeah,
It goes with the cozy.
It is cozy, but I need somewhere to put the box. Oh my god, it's enormous. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna.
I mean, where do people normally put their shit on the floor? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's big. It is large. Oh, that's actually too big, I think. Yeah, so this is sufficient for what kind of community center this is.
Yeah, they don't need a whole big ass thing.
No, it's not like we've left the cozy realm and gone into wah!
Into absurdity.
Yeah. Okay, so that should work as a table, and then here's the gaming console. And then I'm just gonna see if we can do better with this gaming thing. Yeah, I mean, we have to be able to. Yeah, see, this one's yellow. At least. Oh god, that was the yellow swatch. Wow. Okay. Okay. So that's at least yellow. And then, oh, we're gonna need to put a rug.
Rugs. Rugs are our favorite.
Let's see what we have here. That wasn't the plan, but it's what's happening. I feel like that's kind of the vibe.
It is kind of the vibe.
It's got all
And we
the
never
colors.
get to use those. Yeah, it's got all the colors. I love that rug, and I never use it. I really ought to use it more because it's got all the colors that I like.
It's true. Although, I could do that. But I don't know if I don't know. It's a bit calmer.
For the gaming.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look. It's not like you can't game and enjoy flowers.
That's true. That's true. I actually really like the pink, orange, and blue one. A couple swatches over, but that's a me thing. It has nothing to do with this room. I see this wallpaper now, and I automatically think of Sophie and Cassie's room. And I'm like, what rug would I put in Sophie's room? And the answer is usually the loudest, most obnoxious thing that I can think of. Oh my god, that's so cute with the flower.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
this
really
is
like
the
that
one.
was adorable.
This is the one.
Oh
you
no,
meant.
the
That's
layer.
pretty
You did the
pink.
layering with the flower.
Yeah, with the flower.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about though. And look how all the backyard swatches fucking match.
Hold on. We've been going about this all wrong.
Have we? Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, if you were gonna put Batu, this is the room you put Batu
I
in.
mean, do we? I mean,
You gotta.
this is the red room, and you know, if we wanted to be less incredibly obvious, we could, of course, do this.
Yeah, we could, but why?
But
would we?
why, when we have this?
The Rebel Alliance logo? Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why you would be less obvious than the fucking.
What are we
Thunderbird.
doing? Hiding from Imperials? Come on.
Never.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and that's just what we're doing. The end. Although this is also a really cute rug, just saying.
Oh, it's great. I love it so
I
much.
think I used that in my townhouse build that we rolled up.
I think you did.
Okay, couch time. So I'm thinking we actually kind of want to go yellow with the
Okay.
couches. Yeah, because there's
Okay.
a lot of red in here. Just gotta find a yellow couch that I don't hate. That's not a good gaming couch.
No.
The gaming couch needs to be comfortable. That's too fancy. Oh, you know.
Is that tiny living?
Yeah, it is. It brings in purple, though. I don't know if I agree with that choice. I think we might be better off with this brown one.
Yeah, the orange and purple swatch in tiny living is linked.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's actually really rather nice.
It is very nice.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Nifty knitting. Yeah. I think that's where it's at. I like the teal pillows in here because we're going to cool it down just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
There's also this.
I don't like the family one.
No.
No.
Let's see. Where are you? Does Nifty Knitting have a matching 3-seater? It might not. I never assume things are gonna match in this game.
You know, that's not a you fault though. Like that just does not happen in this game.
Okay. This is pets. This is Moschino. What is this? Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, we might be doing all love seats anyway.
I think we might, yeah.
But
or like a love seat in a chair.
Yeah, I don't even know that a full 3-seater couch would fit in this space.
I don't think so.
And it's not going to come up because it does not appear to exist. So we're going to grab a second love seat. Wherever I left it. Come on, come on. There it is. I'm going to move the door. And then we're going to grab, hopefully, a comfy chair. Hopefully from Nifty Knitting. I know Nifty Knitting has chairs because they have rocking chairs. Oh,
they do have chairs.
Oh, it's got... Wait, are those flamingos or are they raptors? I think they're flamingos.
I'm pretty...
Having a moment there.
Flamingos. Wait, actually zoom in, are they?
Hold on.
There's no way they put raptors on... It's gotta be a flamingo.
Okay, it is a flamingo, but, it's questionable.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
If there was a dinosaur chair, that is a thing I need to know.
You know what? I'm just gonna not tell Akiko about that because then she's gonna want to buy that, and then it's gonna somehow wind up in my house.
It's base game.
That's I know.
Oh,
That's why I'm not telling her.
She's gonna buy it in real life.
In real life, yeah. No,
yeah,
IRL.
no, I see. I get you now. I think we can have a cuter on.
And I do not have space for that in my house. Yeah, I like the poofs. The poofs are a nice little touch.
I think so. There is actually an ottoman table that's a poof.
There is.
And
I put it in that really fancy closet I made once.
yes, I disagree with this as a concept, but I think it is useful in The Sims so that you can have like a side table, but it looks like more seating. But
yeah,
you want your Sims to be able to put their drinks somewhere, and you don't actually have to worry about it not being a proper flat surface in The Sims.
Yeah.
Like, see? That's very cute. And it's an end table.
And it's an end table.
Yeah.
And sometimes pets will sleep on it.
That's cute.
I put that in a house once for Maple because Maple has needs.
Sure.
Because he needs to sleep in spaces.
I don't think this back here is actually usable, but I like it aesthetically.
Yeah, I like that it's there, but I don't think it's usable.
It's possible the Sim could sit here. I don't know why you would want to.
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't think the player would be the one controlling it at that point. I think that that's, the Sims doing the Sims things.
Oh, this is just so enormous. And not shrinkable at all. Yeah, so my headcanon here is that this is extra seating, and when you have a bunch of people playing, they basically pull it out into this area in front of the TV
Makes sense.
to watch the game, yeah, or to play more or closer to the TV.
Yeah, that would make sense. I like that. That makes sense.
Yeah. I can, kind of. I don't think this works. Yeah, I think it's better to do this. Okay, I think this is cute. Oh, we have to put we have to put some Batu accessories in here.
Okay. I was like, do we?
I
put the loaf cat.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep to the color challenge, but we're gonna see. Really? Oh, it's because I'm in rugs. I was gonna say. Yeah.
Put the loaf cat. It's got cute little flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, and the X-Wing helmet. Oh, that is much larger than I think I anticipated.
Yeah, and it's not as cute as I wanted. Although, this one's kind of hex-shaped. So I'm going to put it over here. Because it might be good outside.
Look at us getting actual use out of Journey to Batu.
Yeah! They said we couldn't do it.
No one said that, but sure.
Well, they didn't say we couldn't do it, but they were like, this pack is useless.
Ooh.
It's not. Because we...
Question.
Yeah?
I have a fun crossover question for you.
Okay.
Of all of your Mythfall characters, who is Imperial, and who is Republic, and who flips sides? Keep in mind, because I know you've played Old Republic, that characters like Kira Carson and Olara Dorn, while Imperial and or Republic, are not strictly evil, and they flip sides due to circumstances.
So, spoilers.
Yeah, do what you can without spoilers if you don't wanna.
Okay.
For example, I feel like Rika would be a character that would have been born into an Imperial family and would have either been rescued or defected over to the Republic.
I think that works well for her
fates.
because she actually canonically ran away from home.
Yeah, and that's kind of like one of the reasons I think I out of the gate had, because during beta I played the trooper. Was my main. I didn't play the Jedi because I was so afraid that I wouldn't love the Jedi class. I don't know why that was a fear of mine. But I played the trooper, and one of the trooper companions, Alara Dorn, spoilers, she's Imperial. She's an Imperial agent whose family is like Imperial nobility, and she defects to the Republic side because she just cannot abide by what they're doing, and her entire character quest is her kind of grappling with the fact that she could have been an Imperial officer and all of these things, and that always stuck with me because it reminded me so heavily of Rika.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe not this iteration of Rika, but her earlier drafts. I think a little bit. It reminded me of Rika and a certain other character that I think might be spoilers. But also like her makeup, she has like fuchsia makeup and that particular shade of purple.
Oh yeah, so yeah, she's a really distinctive look.
Yeah, she doesn't have the hair. Kira has the hair, but Alara's got the she wears the fuchsia.
Yeah, I had some very specific like image references for Rika too. So some characters I only have a text description. Some characters I have a text description and then like an image reference of like, here's an actor who I think looks kind of like this person. And in Rika's case, I said
Rika's very specific herself.
I didn't actually give a specific actor, but I just said this is her exact hairstyle and this is her makeup look.
Yeah. And she looks great in all of the pages. Allie did a great Allie did such a great job on everything, but Rika in particular is just
I had a really distinct look. Oh, this is kind of a fun piece of trivia. Rika is the only character whose description I specified bra size.
Well, it's important for Rika, though.
I did that.
You and I have had that talk.
There's actually a really specific reason I did that, and that is because Rika fits into the femme fatale archetype, and I didn't want her to have like these ridiculously big honkers. Like, I don't know if you've seen,
this is the most insensitive stream we've ever had.
She's, you see comic book art, and you see sometimes the women in comic book art.
There's no way they anatomically that would work.
I did not want to get. I was not looking for, let's say, just to pick someone who fits the trope Emma Frost.
Oh Christ, yeah.
She is a lot of it's a lot of her. I feel like charm and charisma really comes from her attitude and her confidence in the way that she carries herself. And I wanted her to have very realistic human proportions. And I wrote some of the early character descriptions before I had chosen an artist. So I'm working with Ali Presswick, and I have, she's just really incredible. So
Allie's so wonderful. I love her.
Just terrific. And so at this point, I don't feel like I would have to specify, because she knows what I want. So she would never, that's not her art style anyway. I didn't pick an artist who has that art style because that's not what I wanted. But before I had picked an artist, I wasn't sure, how everything was going to shake out. And one of the things that I wanted was for Rika to, even though she fits into this femme fatale trope, to be a real person, I guess. Just very, I don't know, just more human in a way, and less of I guess, an ideal. Yeah. So for that reason, I did specify her bra size in her character description. And Mark found that so awkward that he actually he didn't want to send it to the artist himself. So he had me send it. Because he didn't want it to be because he's a guy and he didn't want it to be taken the wrong way.
I love Mark so much because there's a scene he's making you rewrite in Surratt, isn't he? Because I specified something that Callie would do.
Yeah.
Which which is weird because I don't remember. I truly do not remember Callie hustling Semple. I truly do not remember this.
Well, no,
I
so
think...
that didn't happen in the game. But because in the game, he's condensing some things, and
He
so...
is. I think I spent many sessions conning him out of money, but not, like, actively hustling him. Maybe?
You did well on your rolls, if I recall correctly.
Yes, I think that was
I don't
the
think
thing.
you actually cheated.
I can't tell you because so many of those early games have just been filled with terror and dread of the memory of the snake with the head the size of a Volkswagen.
Yes, this was well before that, but I understand how learning about that thing would then block out all of the other parts.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was also like the first couple of sessions, and that's now over a year ago.
Yes. So, and we spent a lot of time like screwing around and like in in the comic-ized version of it, you would cut out the screwing around and you would like get to the point. So in service of that, some things get reworked so that they make sense and so that you can get to the plot.
Yeah. And it it's one of those things that makes sense for Callie to do, especially prior to So-So being present and kind of taking up that role from her, because she wants something, and this is how she knows how to get what she wants. But I do know he's making you rewrite that scene.
Yes.
Or tweak that scene, because he didn't feel comfortable doing it.
He's a cinnamon roll.
He is a cinnamon roll, and we love him. And this is gonna sound so terrible. I think that is one of the most shocked I think I've ever made him. It's like, oh no, she's not, sweetie, she's not batting her eyelashes at him. That's not how Callie gets what she wants, babe. If she's not pickpocketing him, she gonna distract him. That was quite precious. Oh, I like the fake curtains, like to make it an event.
Yeah,
behind that's cool.
I wanted to see, because we have the red and because we have some of the industrial Batu stuff, I do want to make it a little cozier. Yeah.
And I love those curtains. The movie hangouts and backyard. Movie hangouts, backyard, and cool kitchen, I think, are some of the I don't know if they're underrated, but there's some of my most loved packs. The swatches are cool, the designs are cool. It's a little bit retro, it's a little bit mid-century.
Curtains over doors is going to be my thing now.
Curtains over doors is going to be your thing now? Okay.
I hope this works.
Ooh, Callie Rika would be a bad combo, I think.
Sometimes.
Or hilarious.
Yes.
I don't know, actually. That could be real fun.
Sometimes Rika's, combining Rika with certain characters creates the term I'm looking for is like not a cyclone, but a cycle of trolling, where her natural troll tendencies will feed off of the troll tendencies of the character she's with, and then they will become an incredible amount of unstoppable trouble.
Are you implying that Callie is one such character?
I don't think it could be ruled out.
But how much fun?
I would say
how
lots.
Much terror would it inflict on literally everyone? Oh my god, we'd kill Nero.
Poor Nero.
Nero doesn't deserve that, but it'd be so much fun. Ash doesn't deserve that. That's who doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, the presence of someone like Ash might convince her to rein it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like Ash has like a presence of kindness that would force her to reflect on how her actions are affecting other people, as opposed to Iskul.
Oh, well, so that's true. I don't tend to think of Rika as being, and this is not explicitly canonically true. I'm gonna preface this statement. I know that this is not explicitly canonically true. I don't tend to think of Rika as being unkind. because I know that she is capable of great kindness.
Yes, she is, actually. She is. I like to write about characters who have within them a kindness. But I think
yeah.
in Rika's
Rika
case,
can be both, though.
yes, she has, I think, in certain situations, she's more likely to shut that off. And in certain situations, she's more likely to turn that on. So in canon, she spends a lot of time trying to teach Kavan how to be a good person, because he's missing someone that will do that in his life. The person who was teaching him how to be a good person is his sister, and she's gone. And that's a lack that he feels deeply. And he's sort of unprepared to kind of face life at adulthood in the stage that he's at. And so Rika's willing to basically put in the time with this kid and like teach him how to use his power responsibly and move through the world. And so I think she does get the opportunity to be very kind in canon. But when she's not doing that, she's also at like an older stage of her life where she's kind of sorted out her own ethical framework. But there were times, I think, when she was younger, where she was still kind of figuring that part out, where she could be, I think, where she lacked some empathy, where things that she thought were fun or funny or light maybe weren't received that way by people that she interacted with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think that's part of Cheshire's background too, right? Like she became a good person after a long messy period in her youth where she spent a lot of time hurting other people because of her own pain. And it took a lot of growing up for her to get to a place where she became the person that she is now. And it was there was a definite an adjustment period. So that's why I think she has the capacity to go either way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. The idea of a troll cyclone with her and Callie just fascinates me. But also, I can't decide if it's better or worse than like them having like a bro TV. Because
so
neither
there's actually
of those options are great.
It's plausible that she could have encountered someone like Rika growing up in the way that she
very,
grew up.
very likely. It's very, very likely that she did. Callie's biggest downfall has always been that she doesn't really know how to relate to people when she's not trying to get something out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Be that whatever that thing may be, she doesn't know how to just interact and how to have friends. She doesn't, one of the reasons that she's been so protective of the party, and in particular Verity, is that these are people who just, so the flip side of that is not only does she not know how to interact with people without wanting something from them, she's not sure how to interact with people who don't want something from her.
Mm-hmm.
And Verity doesn't want anything out of her other than to be herself. And Nero doesn't want anything out of her but to be herself. And Ash and So-So and Iskall and Soar don't want anything out of her that isn't just her. And so she's very, very protective of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so she most certainly has met someone like Rika. And I can see where, had she not met Verity, had she made a couple of different choices where she could have gone that kind of down that same kind of dark path, that Rika's been down a couple of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, just having friends and getting to like dick around, just mess around with some people is like putting the pebbles in Nero's pockets. Was so much fun.
Reverse pickpocketing has just been a joy, and we really have Jean to thank for that.
We truly do. And there are still more pebbles that you guys haven't found yet. I have a running note of my desk. And I don't think they're going to come up because I realize I've picked some people who maybe aren't going to go digging through their pockets. But there's still like 3 or 4 more pebbles.
Oh my goodness.
Are they in chat? I don't want to say because sometimes they do watch chat, but or they watch later. But there are some people who do have some pebbles in their pockets, and I don't remember if Mark knows. But that's just fun, and that is a fun thing that Callie can do that she has found is unique to her. I actually think the only person I have not attempted to reverse pickpocket is well, Soar because Brian was gone for a little bit, but I haven't done it too.
I thought you were gonna say because he has no pockets.
No, that's Iskall. Iskall has no pockets.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And Verity, I haven't tried to reverse pickpocket Verity, but you've been going through some stuff, so I haven't.
Yeah, Verity's had
she had a rough time.
She's okay now, I think.
Yeah, I think you were a little bit removed from that.
You know, it was at a moment there where it was a little touch and go, but I think she's come to a conclusion there, and now she's okay. But it was concerning. She had a little bit of a crisis there, but she's decided something that I thought about a lot with this character, because it's not really something that I draw on from my own experience, is that she has faith. So even though she doesn't really fully understand everything that's going on, because she's a cleric, she has faith that it's going to be okay, and Sanafin's doing the right thing.
Okay.
It's a weird perspective for me.
No, I completely get that, and it makes sense. And one of the things that I always not in Sarad, because Callie doesn't really. Callie struggles to believe in literally anything, but Anne always believed in her ability to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Even so with the Champions game for Instant Report, because you're going to see a running theme here with these characters and these stories. Even when she didn't trust herself or Xavier or the X-Men or Silvergear or any of these characters who kind of were around her, she did trust that she herself would always try to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so even when she was like, I don't like my powers. Okay, well, how do I get around this situation without relying on my powers? Well, I'm right, and I know I'm right, so I'm going to talk until somebody else believes that I'm right. And when you have 10d6 to convince somebody that you're right,
it helps.
Yeah. It helps. It helps a lot. But yeah, Verity having faith, I think, has been interesting, because a lot of the characters actually are half of them are not dabbling, but like directly like dealing with faith and belief and things like that. So I don't know. I think Callie was on board Sanafin's doing the right thing, and then I don't know that she's on that train right now.
Yeah. And, it's not just because she's a cleric either. Verity made a lot of really intense decisions already based on things that Sanafin has told her, right? So she did some stuff that maybe would be unforgivable or it would be terrible, and she did it, because she trusted what Sanafin told her. Yeah. And so if she were to doubt now, she's like, she's come this far, right? She's trusted him this far. Why not trust him just a little bit farther?
Well, we'll see. I'm very intrigued to see how that resolves itself, because I think that could resolve itself in either direction.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those directions is going to be a very heartbroken. You are going to have to playtest the shit out of this build.
This room in particular is
this one's gonna
cramped. It is cramped. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that this potentially could go very sideways for Verity.
Yeah. She believes in her mission in stopping the Eventide Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows some things that happened were not right. Not things that she did, things that already existed. So when she made the initial choices that she made, it was because the things that she was seeing around her were not right. And so she's open to the idea that the Gatekeeper doesn't know the whole story of what's happening on the mortal plane right now. And, Sandifin maybe didn't do what he was supposed to do, but he had to improvise. And, maybe this isn't optimal, but they'll make it work as best as they can. The thing that worries her most, I think, is that she might have put their plans in jeopardy by rolling a natural 1 while holding a marble that brings you to an alternative plane of existence.
You know what, though? I do think that marble is probably going to be one of the best things that happens to Callie, that nat 1 roll, even though it kind of derailed us. I think that ultimately that's going to be really, really great for Callie.
Yeah. I enjoyed the plot results that resulted.
I enjoyed the plot results immensely.
Yeah.
I enjoy. Oh my god, I had so much fun playing with the water elementals. That made me so happy. It was such a small moment because, like, me, Mary, personally, care so little for the rules of Dungeons and Dragons. Not like the hard fast rules, but like they're water. It was like sea ponies. I was just very excited to see water elementals. And Callie doesn't know what these are. She's just like, hey, I thought of a thing, and now they're this thing. Oh, this must be so fun. And Verity and Nero are in the corner going, don't, it's not a toy, please don't play with it. And that was fun. That was fun for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've played like a magical, especially not in a group this size, I've not played a magical leaning character in quite some time. Though I also can't remember when the last time we had a group this size was.
Yeah, we have a pretty big group.
Especially for us. If you were to build Rika in this setting, what class would you make her?
This is probably not going to surprise you, but Warlock or Bard, I think. So she'd be charisma based. I could also build her as a paladin. But I think Warlock, Bard, or maybe Sorcerer.
Ooh, that'd be terrifying. Okay. One day this cough is gonna go away.
But it is not this day.
Well, it's never this day. Yeah, I could see her as any of those, honestly.
Yeah, I did base. So
she'd need vicious mockery, is what she'd need.
Oh my god, yes.
That's what she. That whatever class allows her to get vicious mockery is the class that she needs.
Yeah. So canonically, Rika is not a singer, or a musician of any kind, but she was a dancer. I don't know if you can do a dancer stack as a bard.
Not in this edition. It doesn't really specify. Anymore. I think before it would have been a performance check, but I don't know that they. I'm talking out of my ass because I've actually never even built a bard. I've literally never even built one.
But I don't think it would be too hard to modify her.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's within her archetype.
Ooh. I'm also feeling Genasi for her for some reason. I couldn't tell you why.
Well, Genasi's just race, right? So.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're choosing an element for her, fire.
That tracks.
Out of the 4 classical ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just gonna take all of the pink plants and put them over here.
These are so cool.
What?
Ooh, a changeling would be cool too.
Oh, are changelings a player class?
Apparently.
Interesting. I don't know if
Yeah.
I would go full changeling for her.
No?
I think there's a time when I would have done that, but I think that's darker than how I would play her now.
I could see her Asimar too, but
Oh, wow, an Aasimar?
yeah.
So I could actually play her as a tiefling.
You could, because it's her colors.
But it would be pretty funny, I think, to make her an Aasimar because she would lean so hard into that.
Right, no, she would. And so I think like Fallen Asimar for her would be so cool, I think.
Oh, fallen Aasimar?
Yeah.
Are they all fallen or?
No, so it says on D&D Beyond, there's 3 sub-races in a variant. There's Fallen, Protectors, Scourge, and the variant.
It's just that she's the kind of character, if she was an Aasimar, and there was an NPC that went up to her and was like, did it hurt?
Are you an angel?
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? She'd be like, yes. Because I did fall from there, because I am an angel. I am the angel of your wildest dreams. Like, her confidence is like...
Yeah, her confidence is so...
Yeah.
Through the roof. I actually would really... I periodically think of the characters I would like to see pitted up against these characters. Like, Enrica's level of confidence in... Like, I want to see that matched against Soso's level of existence. And, like, not that Nero is unconfident. But I don't think that Nero and Callie's, like, self-esteems are, like, maybe where they could be. And seeing that Rika pitted against that would just be fucking hilarious. Because she was such a good random aunt to Sophie.
Yes, she was surprisingly wholesome.
Surprising. Well, so like part of the reason I think it'd be really interesting to see her with Callie is, well, so I think it really is those one of two things. This is one thing. Sophie is adorable. She's just so small and little, and she's very friendly, and she's very social, and she's very upbeat. And then also, you know, she commits Grand Theft Auto in the first session. And it's like, what do you like? She brings out those protective instincts, and she's, what did I say she was? She's like 14 or 15.
Yeah, she definitely activated certain mama bear instincts, I think.
Right, and she's so and once you get past that, there are a lot of similarities, not in personality, but in skill.
She protect.
She protect. There's a lot of skill set similarities between Callie and Sophie, and I would be intrigued to see how Rika reacts to, like, oh, well, it stole a car and it can teleport. I don't know what to do with this. Versus Callie's bullshit. So I do agree with the bestie or troll tornado, and those two things are not mutually exclusive.
Correct. So the thing about, I think, Callie is that she's an adult. She's an adult, right?
She is 19. She is an adult.
An adult.
She's an adult. She's a questionable adult. She's a new adult.
Well, Cheshire was a questionable adult.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sophie was often the adult in that relationship.
Well, they had Matt, who was a real adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like Cheshire and Callie are kind of in the same life stage.
Yeah, they really are.
So I think that they would relate to each other differently than Cheshire and Sophie.
Callie, yeah.
Yeah, because Cheshire had kind of just finished. She was 26, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she kind of just finished her adolescence and she'd come out of it. and the experience was pretty rough. So she wanted to make sure that the world that she was part of didn't chew Sophie up and spit her out because she just experienced.
Had done that.
Yeah.
No, and that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I also just want to see her fuck with Nero. One of my favorite things, truly, Kildar's such a good sport. Hey, Ash, what's up?
Hey, Alethea, welcome.
I do truly just love subtly, low-key messing with Nero, basically constantly. That is I am not very close to my brother, and I think that Callie has decided that he's like her big brother, and so that she just enjoys messing with him, and I know Kildar will take it.
I think it's fun. I think that's fun for Kildar too, though.
Just getting
the
ready
dynamic.
to watch the first episode of The Nevers. Ooh.
Oh,
I've heard that's supposed to be real good. There's so many cool shows coming out. But yeah, The Nevers looked really cool. But
all the yeets, yay! Oh, yay! Thank you for subscribing! Thank you so much!
Yay!
Yay! I am going to yeet in chat. Yes.
Yeet. But yeah, I think that Kildar is also enjoying that dynamic. I think that Nero is enjoying. I think that is the tone that has been set of their dynamic, as well.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like Callie feels like safe to mess with him.
Yes. And I think that's why he. I think that's why he's cool with it, because he recognizes it as for what it is. I think.
I also haven't done anything terrible to him.
Right, you haven't done it.
I have literally put 11 stones in his pocket.
You reverse pickpocketed him.
I get so much shit from the party.
I think you made him 20 silver.
I made him 20 silver. I made him money. Money. Okay, so while my actual thieving did go very sideways, I did plot things. They were not great plot things, but I did do plot things. But I have never stolen from the party. I've never stolen from the party. And when we're in town, the thing that I do with my free time is I steal you guys' spell components.
Yeah, so it's pro-social, depending on who you're being social with.
Oh, she would not play the bagpipes.
What?
I'm just looking at the bard build because shiggles. First of all, Rico would have a rapier, right?
Yeah, you could build her as a swashbuckler.
Well, so it's simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords are their proficiencies.
Mm-hmm.
And then the instruments are bagpipes, drums, dulcimers, flutes, horns, lutes, lyres, pan flutes, schwams, and viols.
So when Mark built his bard played the tambourine, amongst other things. And we actually bought a real tambourine that we still own, that we were bringing to in-person games.
I bought, when we were doing the Tal'Dorei game, I had a scarf. I actually had like this ever-evolving outfit to hide all of the Rune Child shit that Ren had going on. But one day we'll have in-person games again.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to play with your tambourine, or Mark will be able to play with his tambourine again.
Yeah, so definitely she could play the tambourine, if nothing else.
Why am I going through the builder? I can actually just frickin' look, can't I? At what like the college is, what college she would do. Creation, eloquence, glamour. Though, I don't know. College of Whispers.
For Callie?
Oh. No, for Rika.
Mm.
Though actually, College of Whispers would be a interesting build for Tam.
I mean, you could make Tam a D&D.
Tam was one of my I had a couple of builds for what I was going to do, and I actually wound up mashing Tam with another character. I'm not playing her in this game, but it was going to be for those 4 sessions where I was completely convinced that Callie was going to die every session, which was valid. There was a couple of sessions there that was a really valid concern on my part.
Low levels.
Not even low levels and bad decisions. Fate of the dice. I was actively making a new character, and I had like 3 or 4 of them, and Tam was one of the characters I mashed up with. 'Cause I'm like, I can't play. First of all, I guess it would have been. It's not Tam, it's Bee, which is her more modern counterpart, because Tam is a vampire, and I can't. That's like a different mindset. I was like, but Beatrice would actively, I think, just destroy Nero. Like, she is not.
I assume you mean emotionally.
Yeah, emotionally. Like, she wouldn't like light him on fire.
Because Nero's no slouch.
Yeah, no, he's not. It's just I don't see the two. Well, they would either butt heads tremendously, or they would be inseparable. And I don't think that there's any wiggle room there. Her and Soso would not get along. I do think that Ash would probably also find her very abrupt.
Ash, our
Paladin.
Paladin, yeah.
Yeah. So I want one day I'm gonna play this goddamn character, but I don't think that she, as she is, would be a good fit. And as I age her down, she's worse.
Yeah, I thought you might have been confused, Ash.
Sorry. No, sorry. Ash, our character paladin.
Yeah, so we have a paladin who's an Earth Genasi, and her name is Ash.
Ash.
Yeah.
But I did mash her up with another character, and that kind of softened it, and or that kind of softened the character's personality a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I could never settle on like a proper class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm playing that character in a playtest, and she's a storm sorcerer, but a College of Whispers bard would be interesting.
I miss playing my Fire Genasi Gunslinger.
Oh,
Cleanna! That's so great! Oh, that's great.
Oh my god.
Yes. Approve.
10 out of 10 approve. Okay. So, the bard features that they get... I don't know if you've looked into any of the College of Whisper stuff.
I haven't. I actually think Mark might have taken College of Whispers, but it was a while back, so I don't remember. So let's assume no.
Okay. So the features are 3rd level, Psychic Blades, and Words of Terror.
Oh.
When you join the College of Whispers at 3rd level, you gain the ability to make your weapon attack magically toxic to a creature's mind. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to deal extra 2d6 psychic damage to the target. You can only do so once per round on your turn. The damage increases with it when you reach certain levels, increasing to 3 at 5, 5 at 10, and 8 at 15. That's 8d6 of psychic damage is intense.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
At 3rd level, you learn to infuse innocent-seeming words with insidious magic that can inspire terror. That is so fucked, and I love it. If you speak to a humanoid alone for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to seed paranoia in its mind. At the end of the conversation, the target must succeed in. I could only play Beatrice. I could if I ever played a College of Whispers bard, I could only play B, because she's already just like her entire thing is like this is her entire thing.
Mm.
This is so fucked up. I love it so much. At the end of the conversation, target must succeed on a wisdom throw against your spell save or be frightened of you or another creature of your choice. Oh, I could be like a magical enforcer. That's pretty cool. Mantle of Whispers. Oh shit. At 6th level, you gain the ability to adopt a humanoid's persona. When the humanoid dies within 30 feet of you, you can magically capture its shadow using your reaction. Oh shit. You retain this shadow until you use it or finish a long rest.
Creepy.
You can use this shadow as an action. When you do, it vanishes, magically transforming into a disguise that appears on you. You now look like the dead person, but healthy and alive. Oh shit. When you're in disguise, you gain access to all the information that the humanoid would freely share with a casual acquaintance. Such information includes general details on background and personal life, but doesn't include secrets. Oh shit. This is intense! Shadow Lore. At 14th level, you gain the ability to weave dark magic into your words and tap into a creature's deepest fears. As an action, you magically whisper a phrase that only one creature within your choice of 30 feet can hear. The target must make a wisdom against your spell save. It automatically succeeds if it doesn't share a language with you or it can't hear you. On a successful throw, your whisper sounds like unintelligible mumbling and has no effect.
Are we the bad guys?
I mean, maybe. On a failed saving throw, the target is charmed by you for the next 8 hours, or until you or your allies attack it, damage it, or force it to make a saving throw. It interprets the whispers as a description of its most mortifying secret. You gain no knowledge of this secret, but the target is. I would honestly do this just to fuck with Mark. This is a lot. That's a lot.
You're you are like taking a stand with how you intend to interact with NPCs. I feel like.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm that evil.
Yeah, like I don't even know if that would be fun for me. Like I feel like I would be stressed out.
That's kind of what her build set was in World of Darkness.
Yes, Elise, yeah, I see what you did there.
Okay, so there's also a College of Spirits in the Unearthed Arcana that's being playtested. Oh. Stories of the past are powerful. They hold lessons of history, philosophy, and magic. Bards of the College of Spirits seek the stories from those beyond the material plane. Using gaming sets, oh my god. Using gaming sets, they reach out to hear their stories, but the bards have no control over what story they find.
This is a Ouija board.
It sounds like. You can reach Guiding Whispers. You can reach out to the spirits to guide you. You learn the Guidance cantrip, which does not count against the number of bard cantrips you know. For you, it has a range of 60 feet when you cast it. Cool. Spiritual Focus. Your practice of contacting spirits can employ special tools. You can use the following objects as a spellcasting focus for your bard spells. A candle, a crystal ball, a talking board, a terracotta deck, or a skull. Oh my god.
The terracotta deck is supposed to be like a tarot deck.
We could hamlet the shit out of this. At 6th level, when you cast a bard spell, the damage that deals damage or restores hit points through spiritual focus, roll a d6, and you gain a bonus to one roll of the spell equal to the number rolled. Tales from Beyond. Oh shit. Okay, there's a list of 12 here. You reach out to spirits who tell you their tales. While holding your spiritual focus, you can use a bonus action to expand one of your bardic inspiration to roll in the spirits table using your inspiration die to determine the tale told. You retain the tale in mind until you bestow the tale's effect or you finish a long or short rest. You can use an action to choose one creature you see within 30 feet of you, this can be you, to be the target of the tale's effect. Once you do, you cannot bestow the tale's effect until you roll again. Alright. So you roll a d12, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Beast. You recite the tale of a clever animal. For 1 minute, the target has advantage on wisdom perception checks.
You
And
recite
advantage.
the tale of a clever animal?
Yep. Has advantage on perception checks and advantage on attack rolls against a creature if another enemy is within 5 feet of it and if the enemy isn't incapacitated. Warrior. You recount the story of a renowned duelist. Make a melee attack against the target as an attacking spectral warrior briefly appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target before vanishing. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration die plus your charisma modifier. That's pretty cool.
Why don't these knitting sets go onto the desk?
Right?
Or any other surface? Are they just supposed to live on the floor?
I would never.
That can't be right.
I do not knit, therefore I do not know. Friends. The target, you recite the tale of friends who found each other in the afterlife. The target and another creature of its choice it can see within 5 feet regains hit points equal to a roll of your bardic. So okay, so these are all really cool, but they are random. Oh shit. I'm not gonna read all of them, but they go Runaway, Avenger, Hero, Fae, Dark Spirit, Giant, Dragon. I'll read Dragon. You breathe a poem of a wrathful dragon. The target magically spews fire from their mouth in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a dex saving This is a friendly fire spell.
Oh boy.
Well, because say if I were to cast it on you, and you got dragon, which would be badass, you could essentially spew fire in a 30-foot cone. Well, I guess it doesn't happen immediately.
Okay, it does fit on the desk, just only in very specific circumstances.
Yes. Oh, that's annoying.
What? Hold on. What? Okay, it doesn't fit on this desk. It only fits on the other desk. And now it's stuck at this height.
Delete it and put it back.
Hold on. This desk, it fits on. Okay.
Okay, so bards are cooler, I think, than I thought that they were.
Yeah.
I feel like bards have changed a little bit in 5e.
Yes. There are quite a few classes that are a bit cooler in 5e than you might remember.
Well, I never would have played a sorcerer in 3.0 and 3.5 just because I didn't want to dig through every goddamn book to find spells.
Yeah.
That's something that I know that you struggled with a lot whenever you played a wizard.
Well, a part of that is not my play style, but I guess my shopping style. I am never satisfied until I've looked at every single one of my options and then chosen the best. And so
That explains so much about your buildings.
yeah, in a 3.5 spell book, in order to
500 source material books.
Yeah, and like all the spells, I would at every level I would have to read every single spell, not because it was necessary, but because that was my neurosis, before I could decide if I was satisfied with the spells that I took. So, yeah.
Did you say that you would never be satisfied? Is that explicitly what you just said?
Yes, that's what I said. You can have the pun.
Thank you. I can have the Hamel pun?
Yes, you can have the Hamel pun.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I got called out for that the other day at work. The problem when both your teammates have seen Hamilton, but only one of them gives a shit.
Yeah.
Because Whimsy and I will pun at each other with musical crap all day long. And it was just how I live my life. This orange room.
Yes.
It's very cute.
I thought that I could fit kids and knitting in one room,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm no longer confident that that is possible.
So this is not a game concern, but it is a real life concern. Would you want to leave kids in a room with sharp pointy needles?
I'm not a parent. So
I mean, I'm not either. But
that appears to be evident from my choices. I guess, there's stuff in here for younger kids. I guess I imagine knitting as like an arts and crafts type of thing that older kids could do, or like 10-year-olds could do. I did a lot of arts and crafts as a kid, and I think the closest you can get for non-toddlers is knitting. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay. I put these in here because they should really go in the toy box, but I don't believe I can put them in the toy box in build mode. So they
Put little flowers on that though. I have seen people do it. Those shelves are freaking adorable.
Yeah. So I have to put all of the toys somewhere else, but they would go in the toy box. That's where they belong. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted, I would need a chair for the desk, and then I also did want to get a couch in here.
Completely off topic, but because it appeared in my feed again. Did you see the dice that I sent you?
I did. I very much did.
Those are so stunning.
Yeah.
I want them so badly.
They're so expensive.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here is my problem.
Uh-huh.
So the Storm Sorcerer that I am playing, that I went into an unfortunate deep dive background build after I was told explicitly not to because I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Has a color scheme that is befitting of her Storm aesthetic, which is blue, silver. I actually have like 4 separate color palettes for her. Because she has a formal color palette and then like an adventuring color palette, because those are really important to me. And this has not made it into the game because I was told not to make a background, but I didn't, and I didn't listen. But it's a mashup of Welsh, some Nordic, and old Celtic stuff. So there's like a lot of rune symbology in her casting and her tattoos and all these things. And I told myself the reason I didn't buy any of these blue sandstone dice for her is not because we're not playing in person because we're in the middle of a pandemic, but because there were none that matched her Nordic rune stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And what did your wizards go ahead and do?
They made dice that perfectly match her aesthetic.
Yep, 100%. And so, like, the only thing I'm like, okay, well, it's the gold, and Reese doesn't wear gold. That's the yellow's not part of her aesthetic. So if it had the the silver ink, it'd be different. But now I know it's just a matter of time until they do silver ink, because all of their blue sandstone has silver ink.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm completely obsessed with their dice. It is unhealthy how obsessed I am with their dice. It's not safe for me to have these dice. I will wreck these dice, but they're so pretty. Like, even the font on the dice is really cool.
It is a really cool font.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, it seems like this is gonna be their next line, is gonna be their Nordic stuff. God damn it.
I'm laughing because you're screwed.
I'm gonna wind up buying these dice. Like, I feel like I should be honest with the chat. I say I don't need these dice, but I'm gonna wind up buying these dice at some point.
Needing the dice and buying the dice
are 2 separate different things.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling what it's probably going to be is I'm gonna buy these as like a birthday present to myself, probably. I wish I could sort by like, rather like, I wish there was like a sorting thing on here that I could just like search, but like show me only the blue sandstone dice. Like that's what I want. That's the filter function that I want. I also thought that if ever I got gemstone dice, it was gonna be lapis lazuli. Like I always thought it was gonna be that. No, apparently it's blue sandstone. Apparently that is the gemstone that I like.
Well, now
So
you know something more about yourself.
And now I know something more about myself. This is just how I live my life, is looking at really pretty dice that I don't need but truly want. Mind you, I'm never going to play with these dice, because I will destroy these dice.
They're actual gemstone.
They are actual gemstone. But they also do send you a little rolling tray, because, you know, they're actual gemstone, and they don't want you to fuck up your dice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which is kind of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, Twitter gave me a push notification to make sure that I had seen these dice.
Wow. That was uncalled for, Twitter.
Right? I was like, Twitter, like that was...
Twitter didn't need to do that to you.
Twitter sent me the push notification to make sure I had seen the dice. After I had already, not only had I seen the dice, but I had already sent you the dice.
Yeah.
Like, it knows damn well that I've seen the dice.
Twitter's not your friend.
Twitter is not my friend. I spend so much time telling, like... I was like, why is this back on my dash? Because Laura Bailey. That's... Fuck you, Laura Bailey. Alright, fuck this noise. Cece, do me a solid.
The Twitter algorithm has been drunk lately.
It has been.
Have you experienced that?
Twitter... Yeah, the Twitter algorithm has been pretty drunk lately. It's they changed it to be like mostly like the people that you like or like that you follow that they're liking, and it's been so I have gotten more than a few push notifications of things I've already seen.
I'm just fiddling with my
That's okay. You
dice
fiddle.
setup.
That's okay.
Some
You
people would
fiddle.
do this before the stream.
But why?
I was actually trying to watch Justice League Dark before the stream. And I made a significant portion of the way into it, but I did not get to the end.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I knew that it would be that way when I started.
I've had several instances over the past couple weeks where I tried to retweet something liberal and Twitter's like, are you sure you want to retweet? Yeah, I've gotten that too. I remember when they put that feature in.
Huh.
I appreciate that they put that feature in, but it's also like a, god damn it, Twitter, like...
Interesting. Interesting choices.
You can guess why they put that in there, though.
You know, I actually do have an idea or two of why they might have tried that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I like a person or topic, there's like, hey, we heard you like this person topic, so here's 12,000 more tweets. Yeah, that one has gotten me a couple of times where it's like, okay, no, I supported this like for a friend. I don't, oh god, oh shit, I fucked up so bad.
That's actually, I don't need to be on Twitter because that's actually what my dad does. When he finds out that I like something, he just sends me links about it forever. And that's what Twitter's doing now. Twitter has become my dad, but for people that don't have my dad to send them articles about stuff that they've mentioned in passing that they like. It's a dad-algorithm. Oh god, I've tangled it beyond repair. What have I done?
CDC.
What have I done? I don't even know which side is the end anymore. Help. Okay, here we go.
Jesus Christ.
I found it. I found it. Why is it tangled? I just untangled it. I was just supposed to roll these suckers. This wasn't supposed to be a whole thing. Okay.
Someone needs to make an overly attached girlfriend meme about the Twitter algorithm.
That
God,
would be
that'd
pretty
be
funny.
great. That would be good.
Okay. I fixed the box.
Oh my god.
And may now roll the dice.
The one thing I asked you to do.
Alright, 20s. Let's see how they feel today. Wow. I don't know if you can see this.
I will in just a second. Better or worse than what they have been?
I rolled 2 11s. I rolled 11,
Okay.
11.
Okay. Okay. You know what though? That's 2 1s instead of 1 1.
Well, I don't know if it's some kind of sign. Like, are they colluding?
Maybe the fluorite is trying to coach the alexandrite into a better mood.
Yeah.
So these are Cece's new dice. If you missed our stream yesterday where she introduced them, I did drop a link to the creator in the chat. These are the same. This is the same company who made some of your other dice sets.
Yes, this is Little Dragon Corp. This is the fluorite dice. It's pretty cool. The green, it's like swimming pool green, and then it's got like navy blue swirls in it. And then the other one is Alexandrite, which is their July birthday dice. The best one to show for this is the D6. D6
Sixes
is very
are pretty
dramatic.
amazing.
Yeah. I rolled a 1 and a 5 on those.
Okay. Okay. Well, for a champions thing, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not the worst. My D8s looked okay. My D10s are great as usual. I rolled a 7, a 10. Well, I rolled a 7 and a 10 and then 2 2s, so. But I rolled a 10, which means I could re-roll it. 50% success, yes. Yeah, an average of 3. So overall average. And then my D12s were an 11 and a 6. My D8s are a 6 and a 5, which is respectable. And my D4s are a 4 and a 2, so no 1s. Maybe they're improving. Maybe they just needed time to get accustomed to their new home.
Good. They were just like Ash said yesterday. They were just upset being loaded in the back of a hot truck, and they came a bit far away. Dragon Corp aren't close to us.
No, they're pretty far.
They're pretty far. Yeah, they're located in Canada.
So they're unaccustomed to the humidity, these dice.
Yeah, they're confused, and that's understandable, I think. I think that's fair.
I wanted really hard to get a love seat into this room, but...
I don't think you're gonna.
No, but I think I could get some cushy chairs, maybe.
Maybe even some poofs.
Yeah.
If this is for kids, that might be a good thing.
At least a poof.
At least a poof.
Oh, what about this bear thing? It has...
Cute, yeah.
Oh, look, it's got a little orange monster.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do the chair, and then in front of this thing, we'll put a poof. A cute one. Oh my god, it's a little pig! It's a pig!
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so cute.
I love it.
This is so cute.
I am obsessed right now. Okay. Yeah, so that's the other one. Like, I was gonna put something like this, but like,
Why?
adorable pig. Can't beat that.
You cannot. You cannot beat that. Have you ever read the Earthsea cycle?
Actually, I read the first one, I think. I read The Wizard of Earthsea. It was a really long time
Okay.
ago.
Alright, well that may be the answer to my question, my second question.
Why?
Did you enjoy it?
It was a really long time ago.
Okay.
So I did not actually. But not for
Really?
any not for any specific reason. Yeah, I think I might have read
This
it a
wasn't
little.
your jam?
I think I might have read it a little too young. I found it to be. This is ridiculous from a person who read Dune, but I found it to be a little dry. And I didn't connect to the characters.
Okay.
But again, I was in middle school, so I might have just hit it a little too early. And if I went back and read it now, I would get more out of it.
So someone just sent me a thing that was it's a buzz list, right?
So
But it's
by Ursula Le Guin. So
yes, that's why I asked because I know
yeah.
I know you're a fan. That was 15 authors who felt bummed, horrified, and just plain pissed off about their adaptations. And this, of course, there is a particular YA series on here that I love that is mentioned. And the quote they have from Rick Riordan here is, "It's my life's work going through a meat grinder."
Yeah.
And that pretty much sums up the thing. And so Earthsea was on this list, and I was like, this seems like a book that Cece has read, and I wonder, because the whatever cover is on here reminds me of the Magisterium series by Cassie Clare and Holly Black, and I remember liking those books. Though I did not finish them because I read the first one, and then the second one, I read the first 3 or 4, and then there was like a huge gap between the books, and by that point I think I had like just aged out of them. Not that I have a problem reading YA books at all. But
That's
when there is...
Ooh, this means war. You got it, Miss Mash.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's grab an extra warhead.
Okay, are you gonna call the dice like you did yesterday and see which one,
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll the fluorite dice because they rolled a 4 for me.
and you don't want?
Yeah, so if it rolls a 4 again, I'll get mango melon.
Okay.
And if it rolls a 1, I'm gonna get strawberry grape. And then in the middle we have orange pineapple and cherry lime. Okay, so here we have it.
Let's do it.
Well, it landed outside of the box.
That doesn't count.
All right, so I'll re-roll it. Surprise warhead attack, yes. Okay, so it's got to land in the box. I didn't say what it was, so that couldn't affect the outcome.
That's true.
Okay, so when I rolled it outside the box, it rolled a 1.
Which would have been what you didn't want to eat.
The strawberry grape, right. So we re-rolled it so it would land inside the box. And this time, it actually also rolled a 1.
Your dice hate you. Yo, your dice are just like, nah, I'ma make her eat it. Damn, man. What was it yesterday? You're like, oh, it's not too bad. I could actually roll a d4 because rolling a 1 would just make me do this and.
So this is actually the third time in a row it's rolled a 1.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have a little water before this.
Yep, that's fair. That's very fair, dear. Damn. Your dice. I love that when you buy yourself dice because you get so excited about the colors, but they hate you.
They hate me so much. Why?
Don't even know why. Like, so you know what? After we get our vaccines, I will prime your dice for you and we'll see if that helps you at all because Jesus.
If you want to ask Akiko to maybe burn some sage over them, I don't think it could hurt.
I will ask Akiko to burn some sage over your dice because damn.
Oh, it's bitter. It's very bitter. Why did I do this to myself? I was so sure it was gonna roll a 1 too.
You were so sure, it's like you knew. You know, the humidity I think is really affecting these, and we're starting to get warm. And I think that they're starting to melt them, because I noticed like the last couple of mine have been super gooey and terrible. And now I'm wondering if I shouldn't be like keeping them in like this humid control.
Okay.
Speaking of something completely unrelated, I'm 11 minutes into the Nevers, and I already love this show.
Ooh.
I'm glad. I'm excited to watch that. I have to, which one is this? Oh no. This is like, this is the Victoria, this is the period drama. No, actually, I have to, wait, this is Joss Whedon.
So, I started watching The Irregulars, and I don't know if you're familiar with The Irregulars. Is it?
We did discuss it on stream.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask Alethea if The Nevers is kind of similar in premise to The Irregulars.
Okay. So the premise of The Nevers is described as an epic science fiction drama about a gang of Victorian women who find themselves with unusual abilities, relentless enemies, and a mission that might change the world.
Right.
Also working on this show. Hang on. So I did say it was Whedon, but another name on this who is wonderful and we love her is Jane Espenson.
And also there's all of the actresses on the show, right? So like if you boycott the show because of Joss Whedon, then like all of those actresses that are working on it like aren't gonna get the benefit of like having people watch their show, so it's kind of complicated.
But
The Nevers kind of seems like X-Men in Victorian England. Okay.
And it's literally my that's like my aesthetic. But Philippa Goslett and Jane Espenson are fabulous. Jane Espenson was one of the original EPs, executive producers, on the first season of Once Upon a Time.
Yes. She did some other stuff that we liked too.
The first and second season of Battlestar Galactica.
Ah, yes. The good seasons.
She was on Jessica Jones.
Oh, yeah.
She did some work on Game of Thrones and Torchwood. Jane Espenson is like everything I've ever seen her work on. I have been floored. Specifically, I think the episode of Once Upon a Time that she wrote. And I could be wrong. So she was a writer and consulting producer.
I wasn't going to boycott it, but to learn he's part of it is disappointing. Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, I won't boycott it, but it is a little bit.
Which is kind of a
Yeah.
bummer. Yeah.
Okay. So it says it's by Whedon. It's created by Whedon. But his entire... So the executive producer team is Joss Whedon, Philippa Gosselaar, Bernadette Caulfield, who worked on Game of Thrones, Big Love, X-Files, a couple other things. Irene Landris, who did The Sopranos and Mildred Pierce. Okay. Holy shit. Jane Espenson, and then Doug Petrie. Okay, so Douglas Petrie seems to be like he's a Whedon dude, but Philippa Bernadette Eileen, and Jane Espenson are hard hitting, super. They're like, each one of them is like the Gail Simone of like television writing. Like, that's the only way I can describe some of their stuff. And Jane Espenson in particular is like one of those writers when I see her as an EP. So this will be like immediately. She's also co-created Warehouse 13, which
There
is
it
very,
is.
she was also the writer for Shindig, the Shindig episode on Firefly, which is one of my favorites. I actually didn't know she was one of the co-creators of Warehouse 13 until after the show had wrapped, and I was really sad about that. I'm
just saying, with as little spoiler as possible, about 11 minutes into the pilot, there's a kick-ass fight scene that had me clapping so loud I probably bothered my neighbors. Aw.
Alright, so maybe I'm watching this before bed, because I don't have to work tomorrow.
Oh, exciting.
Yes, I was given not me personally, so in the UK, I guess, because of COVID, everyone was given kind of like a mental health day.
Oh.
And our company is currently owned by a UK company. Or we are owned or registered or whatever in the UK. It's very complicated. I don't really understand it. But because the North American offices, and in particular our office, were the only ones who stayed up and running in full capacity during the entirety of lockdown, they are giving us basically a free holiday for mental health to just go and do kind of whatever we want. So
that's nice.
I have to give up and take Winifred to the vet. Oh, maybe.
Oh, sweet.
I might do that. Because I want it. Is this on HBO Max? Or is this on, like, Amazon? Because I also have to finish, City of Angels. I'm not caught up on Winter. There's so much TV that I have to watch.
Yeah, but it's your day off, so.
Yeah, it's my day off. The cast in this, because now I need to know. Laura Donnelly, Olivia Williams. Do I know these people? Oh, she was in Merlin. Interesting. She was in Beowulf, Britannia. Oh, she was in Britannia! That movie, that show was, misrepresented.
Oh?
I thought it was a historical drama.
Oh.
I was incorrect.
I see.
All right, I'll try and pop in after the stream, and we'll watch it on Discord, because I need to see this. James Norton. Oh, these are all gonna be British actors I'm unfamiliar with. Tom Riley, Anne Skelly. Oh, she looks precious. She's gonna wreck somebody. Ben Chaplin. Just because that's like a thing that Jane Espenson really likes to do, is take these very sweet, kind of unassuming characters and make them like utter badasses. I don't know who she plays. Who does she play? Penance Adair. is the character I'm specifically thinking of. Pip Torrens.
Penance
he was
is one of those value names that can really go either way.
So there's Amalia True. I'm not reading anything, just the character names. Amalia True, Lavinia Bidlow. That's a nice. Lavinia is a very old name. Hugo Swan, Augustus Bidlow. Okay, I guess there's like a relation there. Penance Adair, Frank Mundy, Lord Masson, Dr. Horatio Cousins, Malady, Declan Oren. I'm loving these names. Oh my goodness. Annie Carby, Mary Brighton, and Edmund Hueg. Love it. I love all of it. This is if anybody ever wanted to know what my aesthetic is, it's superpowers in like historical drama pieces. That's like it. Yo, there's some talent here. Okay, so Whedon only wrote the first episode. He directed the first 2, but he only wrote the first one. And Jane Espenson has written 2 out of the 6. So a third of this is Jane Espenson, and she gave me Claudia Donovan. So I am willing. I'm willing to do a lot of stuff. I think she also did the this will make more sense to you. I believe she's the one who wrote the Mad Hatter episode in Once Upon a Time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Which, one of my favorites from season 1. With everyone's favorite not Russian assassin. That was Bucky.
Yes. What?
Okay.
Wait, what? Wait, it was Bucky?
Yeah, Mad Hatter in the first season of Once Upon a Time. That was Bucky. That's Sebastian Stan.
I would never have guessed that in my entire life.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Because
I have to
I'm
be
gonna
told
drop a
these
picture of
things.
it. It's okay. You don't have like a good like memory for this, and I honestly did not recognize him because he does not look like himself. I'm gonna drop a picture of him and Emma. Here you go.
Oh shit. That is him.
Yep. Sure is.
Wow. Doesn't he also look like someone else famous?
Mark Hamill. He looks like young Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay. I knew it was someone.
He looks alarmingly like Mark Hamill when he was young.
Does that mean we have a possibility for some young Skywalker stuff?
It has been discussed. And Sebastian has said explicitly, I put that for you. These are unaltered photos.
Oh my god.
He will only even consider the role if Mark Hamill agrees to it. And gives him his blessing.
Oh wow.
Which, it's Mark Hamill, I don't imagine that he would hate it. Also, he has referred to Sebastian Stan as my son on Twitter because Mark Hamill is the best thing to happen to Twitter. Like, truly, he is a joy.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
That he refers to him as my son?
Yes.
Or just...
That he's in on the joke.
Oh my god.
Like, fully in on the joke.
Mark Hamill has no chill, and I love him so much. He is truly, he is.
I actually got to write a story about a Mark Hamill tweet for Collider the other day. Oh, that's fun.
Amazing. That's amazing.
I'm not on Twitter, but my understanding is he's a pretty good Twitter game.
Yeah. His Twitter game is amazing. His tweet from this morning says, I always think a day when you never get out of your pajamas is a win.
Yeah.
So he retweets. So, on Friday he tweeted, this baby giraffe is just hours old, and he retweeted it, says, and already taller than me. Like, There was like a dog.
Lucas wanted to have a Duck Dodger cartoon screen before the original Star Wars to let people know it's not that serious. Before Star Wars came out, people thought it was the biggest joke. Like,
yeah,
they didn't take sci-fi seriously at all. And so I think they thought it was going to be a B movie. Like, everyone working on it and, like, the whole situation, like, people just were like, all right, well, we're working on this kind of ridiculous B movie that's, like, never gonna be anything. And then it was Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark Hamill on Twitter, I think I just found the tweet that you're referring to. Oh my god, and it's him and the dog. He's just so precious. He's so pure. Like,
and nowadays the fandom takes it, like, deadly serious all the time.
I mean, I take Star Wars very seriously, but I take Star Wars being fun very seriously. Ooh, did we ever find out what the patents were on those lightsabers? Yes, please do.
Yeah, sure.
Please do share the article. I just need to know.
We did get the article in chat about the lightsaber stuff.
Did I miss it? I think I reacted to it. I think I reacted to it and then didn't get to read it, and because I was doing something else.
Oh, we need a rug. But other than that, I think we're in good shape on this room. Oh, we can use all these cute, fun rugs.
Look, I know Disney is evil, but, like...
But you want the lightsaber?
But I want the lightsaber so bad. I have such zero chill.
Why is the chair crooked?
Which one? Hey, Lady Drake, what's up?
I assume she means this one.
The monster chair? To fit it in the space, mostly.
I think it's supposed to look sort of, like, artfully out of place. Your mileage may vary.
Well, it's a kid's chair, isn't it? They're probably moving it around and things.
Yeah. But it was so that it didn't clip into the curtain.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. They have actually...
Oh shit.
I have seen this diagram before.
That was their patent, I think, which they filed a while back.
Yeah, that's the article I'm reading now, because you did drop it in chat, and I just... Okay, so they're just making a lightsaber. They're not working on the new, models yet.
Disney will not supposedly be showing off photos or videos, but someone has seen it in person and verifies that it's real.
Yeah, and there is a figure of the motor and the blade spools. I am in... What does it say? Special effects device providing an energy sword effect. The device includes two long plastic semi-cylinders, and these two blade body members are rolled perpendicular to their length, which create a compact cylinders of this. No, this is such garbage speak. There's a lightsaber. It won't hurt people. I'm gonna mess with it. That's my... Oh no. Paramount Pictures has also released a new date for the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Is that bad?
I don't know.
Okay. Did they push it back?
I'm trying to see. Dragons. You still haven't seen the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons movie, right? They pushed it back.
No.
It's 2023.
I don't think I have.
Okay. Chris Pine. Who is Chris Pine? They don't say. God damn it.
So I think what I read about this movie that's supposed to be coming out is instead of making, like, a movie about Drist in Neverwinter or whatever...
They're doing Dragonlance.
But aren't they doing, like, people playing Dragonlance?
They might be. I keep getting conflicting reports on what it is. So it's
Okay.
either people playing Dragonlance or the actual Dragonlance story, but that can't be right because there are 2 women in this cast. And also I can't see any one of these characters playing the twins.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna, I think, probably make the biggest difference for me is, and that is like, in this movie, is this gonna be a movie about people playing Dungeons and Dragons, or is this gonna be a high fantasy movie set in a Dungeons and Dragons setting with things that happen, like an elves and stuff?
Yeah.
Because I think we've had...
Well, actually, I guess I could see Chris Pine as Tanis. If this is Dragonlance, I could see Chris as Tanis. Tanis half-elven, who is like why every ranger I have is a half-elf with like daddy issues. Which I think is actually why everyone who plays half-elf rangers has daddy issues, actually. What?
No comment.
Dragonlance is important, okay? It's real important.
I read more of the Forgotten Realms series than Dragonlance specifically.
So I read more Forgotten Realms, but my aunt, who I love dearly, my Aunt Erin Lee, who's wonderful. She's great. She's super nerdy. We love her. I have a lot of aunts, but these 2, her and the other one, are great. And she was reading the Dragonlance novels at the same time I was, because also no one really monitored what I was reading as a child. And you read
funny
things
about that.
like, yeah, you read terrible things, and I read all my dad's
They
D&D
just
novels.
let me loose into the adult fantasy section of the library, and we're like, she won't find anything traumatizing there.
Yeah, no.
And this is funny because my mom highly restricted my television watching. I was not allowed to have a video game system, but she just unleashed me in the adult book section when I was like 11 years old. And I just picked up fantasy books and I read them, and they were not appropriate, and some of them were frightening. But mostly they were not appropriate. Yeah, just this was in the late 90s, and a lot of stuff that was available in the fantasy section in the library was not just adult, but it was also kind of adult. Yeah. So, but it was books, so everyone was like, it's fine.
Okay, so the kid from Bones is directing this movie. I'm not mad. I'm confused, but I am not mad.
We've been getting better portrayals of D&D lately.
They have.
Stranger Things is, of course, the
Okay,
gold star example. But there was a movie recently about LARPing that was pretty funny.
Is that Knights of
Badassdom, I think.
Badasoon or some shit? Yeah.
Knights of Badassdom.
Yes.
Is it's.
So I don't think that D&D is as taboo as a subject as it has been previously.
I don't know that I'd say
Stranger Things has Stranger Things has done like a really great job of portraying it sympathetically, I think, and making it like seem really, really fun.
So, fun story about that.
Oh boy.
I have a cousin. Who is in middle school right now. Okay. And she's super into horror, and like stage makeup and stuff. So making like grisly wounds and things like that. And she's really into Stranger Things. So for Christmas, we got her. They released a Stranger Things.
Did you get her the red box?
I did. I got her the Stranger Things red box, and it comes with a little Demogorgon figurine.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it was pretty great. She was really excited.
Has she gotten to play, or has she just been hanging out with
No, she's not. We live far away. So, and there's been like quarantine and things.
Yeah, that's true.
I assume I can add walls. You can usually...
No, walls are non-touchable.
But I can't. I can't make my own.
what did B say? Because I asked them in their chat. Don't change the existing walls or remove the arch. So I guess you can add walls?
Okay. Just to be safe, I'll do this as half walls.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess don't change existing walls is,
That's usually what it is, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. Yeah, because otherwise, if I couldn't add walls, unless I made these bathrooms, I couldn't add a bathroom.
That's true.
Okay.
Or you could make one of the largest bathrooms in existence. I
That's,
forgot.
That's true.
I forgot
That's
Jeremy
true.
Irons was the bad guy in the D&D movie. Oh my god, there are 2 other D&D Oh shit. Guys, do we gotta do a D&D trilogy watch party? Because I guarantee you, this would be terrible.
Why would we do this to ourselves?
I, personally, I want to watch you cry a little. This movie... Okay. So the D&D movie, which, at its time, I loved. And it is a great example of the absolute absurdity that happens within a D&D narrative. I will honestly, wholeheartedly, truly say that. I have never seen any D&D anything that so exemplifies the amount of fucking around that happens, and everything happens in character.
And the amount of finding out.
Yeah.
Because nerd cred, we have to be nerd woke.
We do.
We have to understand the history. Yeah. We have to understand the history of D&D film.
So, the first D&D movie, which is admittedly the only one I've seen, there is also a Dragonlance, Dragons of Autumn Twilight animated film that I've never seen that we could also watch. But this particular D&D party is 3 characters, which is a bit small, not undoable. It is 2 rogues and a wizard.
Wait, what?
The D&D party, like the core group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 rogues and a wizard?
Yes.
But why? Why would you choose this?
Because classism.
But why would they both be rogues?
Well, so this also is not a people sitting down to play D&D. This is like an actual like Dungeons and Dragons with all the trappings of Dungeons and Dragons without being Forgotten Realms.
Right.
Inspired by film.
But
right?
why would they both be rogues?
If it makes you feel better, they're not good rogues.
Oh boy.
You're like, no, Mary, that's much worse.
I mean, not especially.
So we actually watched this film in my cult film class after I had already seen it. And my professor, who was a troll, and I want to be explicit when I say this, he used to, because he knew I would react. We talked about this and what goes into making a cult film and what categorizes a cult film, and is Star Wars a cult film? I think yes. Star Wars is basically a cult. That's just how it is. I have one major problem. And Whimsy actually watched half of this movie the other day. And she had the exact same problem that I did, and I felt very justified. At some point in the film's climax, they are sneaking in to the evil guy's lair to get the MacGuffin item to help them save the world, that they may or may not know anything about at that point. I don't remember. It's been many years since I've seen this film. But they throw a rock as a distraction, so they can sneak past not 1, but 2 beholders.
No.
And several guards.
But the beholders.
Who are literally made of eyeballs.
That is what beholders are made of.
Eyeballs. And I felt very justified in my classroom rant, because 2 other people were like the penalty. Also, we figured out that these 3 characters, who I believed are named like Marina, Ridley, and Snails.
Okay.
Are at maximum
Snails
level
is that
5.
one Snails is that one player.
Snails is that one player, right? At maximum, based on like abilities and what we see them do, they are at maximum level 5. They're between level 3 and 5. But this is like AD&D or like 3.0. So like they're not like, you know, they're not like level 3 or level 5 and 5e. They're they're shit. It's rough. It's real rough. And okay. It is based on advanced Dungeons and Dragons to show you what kind of like uphill battle they're up against.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no way that a level 3 or a level 5 in AD&D is going to sneak past 2 beholders. There's no way. They'd have to roll nat ones. It's just not how. Yeah, the beholders. Yeah. There's no. It had like that kid from Lois and Clark: The Adventures of Superman.
Okay.
The guy who played Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
He was the male lead, and he was great. Honestly, he was a very endearing rogue. I must say, I really liked his character. But this movie was terrible. New line set the domestic release date, blah blah blah. The producers originally wanted to release to begin this spring to open up more time for licensing. Oh my god. It did not. This movie came out the year before Lord of the Rings, so when you watch this movie, I want you to keep that in mind.
Oh no.
I need you to keep in mind when we watch this movie, because now it's gonna happen. This came out... What was the actual release date? August 9th. This came out no, not even. This came out literally a year before, so December 8th, literally a year before Fellowship of the Ring.
Can you imagine if it had come out a year after Fellowship of the Ring, how different it would be?
It would not have come out a year after Lord of the Rings.
Oh boy.
I'm going to explicitly say that. I feel wholly confident that this movie could not have been released theatrically. This movie was released theatrically. I saw this in the theaters with my father. We went. I got pulled out of school.
You got pulled out of school?
I got pulled out of school to see this movie at 10:05, like just after the theaters opened their doors. Apparently there are other D&D films, and now I feel like terrible for not having seen them. Oh my god!
Do you have to
so
feel terrible though, because they seem bad?
Okay, Dungeons and Dragons: Wrath of the Dragon God is at least using 3.5 or 3.0 font. Oh my god, it's set in the same universe. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is set. Oh shit. CC.
Uh-huh.
This is so bad. Why would you make a direct secret to this? Why? The good news is I'm not seeing any, like, names I recognize in this, which is great.
That's the good news.
That's the good news. And then Dungeons & Dragons 3, The Book of Vile Darkness. That is such a goddamn...
The Book of Vile Darkness. They named it after a supplement.
Yep, they sure did. Okay, so this says D&D 3, but I don't think that this is set... within the same universe. But D&D 2 is a direct sequel.
Oh boy.
Set 1,000 years.
Set 1,000 years later?
Oh, I'm sorry, 100 years. 100 years.
Okay.
Only one of the characters returns.
They got any of the characters to return?
I don't think so. I thought Melora was a character in the first movie, but I don't remember. No, Melora is not a character. It's just a very D&D name, so I'm confused.
Makes sense.
The only one who returned is the bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah. This is so bad. This is so... Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do one day, when I've decided that we can no longer... When you decide we can no longer be friends, we're gonna watch... I won't make you watch the second one, but we're gonna watch the first D&D movie. And then we're gonna watch Record of Lodoss War.
Okay.
Because the storytelling within those two films, or those two properties, is about 20 years apart. I think you've seen the first episode of Lodoss War, actually. You've seen the first couple episodes.
I'm not sure if I've seen the first episode all the way through.
I think
but
you
I might
saw
have seen it.
I think you saw the first episode, but the first episode is like the one shot before the campaign begins.
Okay.
And then the campaign. You saw the first two episodes because you saw the one shot, and then you saw the kobold attack on the town.
Okay.
And Parn being the world's worst fighter, the most level 1 fighter back when NPC classes still existed. This movie is so bad, and I need everyone to be subjected to it. This cannot live just in my brain. I'd make Mark watch it, but I really do think he'd stop talking to me. And I know under what very specific circumstances Brian would watch it with me, so you are unfortunately the default. And then we'll watch, I haven't seen it yet either. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a watch party where we watch the D&D movie, because it is... bad. I got pulled out of like I said, I got pulled out of class to watch this, and I thought that this was bad when I was 13.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was not great. Yeah, I think terrible movie watch party is in order. I don't want to make it a habit, because I know that there are some that are real bad. Because I've seen the ones that Brian recommends.
Oh.
But I think from a D&D perspective, we should at least discuss this.
It might be good to discuss in the context of how far we've come.
Yeah, I think so, and especially like with the new movie coming out, so the writing credits on the team don't look bad, and John Francis Daly does play Dungeons and Dragons, and Joe Magliano also at some point worked on the script, and he's a really big. I mean, he was on Critical Role.
Okay.
He's a really big D&D fan, and he's one of the buddies that it's like him, Vin Diesel, and Jon Stewart are like the 3 big Hollywood D&D nerds.
Jon Stewart? Do you mean Stephen Colbert?
I do.
Okay.
I do mean Colbert. You are correct.
So I know that Stephen Colbert actually did a one-shot with Matt Mercer for charity.
Did for Red Nose Day.
Yes, and it was the most...
wholesome.
So pure.
So pure. That bit where Matt just goes, "Welcome back to the table," is
oh my god. I think
my feelings.
He cried a little bit.
He
Colbert
did cry a little bit.
So
can you imagine like not having played D&D in like 20 years, going back to it? Like suddenly out of nowhere?
It would be hard to imagine not playing for that long after having played so long. I feel like
that's true.
Stephen Colbert is pretty significantly older than us.
That's true.
I think he started playing in a time when D&D was a game that you played when you were a kid, and then you cut it out because you were an adult, and adults don't pretend to be elves on Saturday night.
Those are the lamest adults ever.
You have to put it away with the rest of the childish things and, become an adult person, and that's no longer a thing that you have to do now with D&D, and we were young enough to, when we started playing, we could just play forever, and we weren't, like, social pariahs or... Well, we weren't hopelessly uncool. we might have been kind of uncool, but we weren't, like, hopelessly uncool.
That's true. That's true. I also recently got to write a Collider article about Colbert spoofing. That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I think exploring the context and then knowing
You got to start playing like just before it was cool, right, Alethea?
And you had some pretty bomb-ass dice, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Unlike Cece's that hate hers.
I know. Mine
For no
hate me.
reason.
I think one time you told me you matched from head to roll, which was pretty funny.
That was... Yes, they were pink. They were black and pink, and they were... No, you had the frosted pink set, and then you had a black and pink, slightly pearlescent set, I believe?
We remember the dice.
We do remember the dice. Well, we went to a lot of stores. Okay, I remember the dice. We went to a lot of stores to find her a pink set.
Because back then it was still very weird that girls were very weird.
You know, I might have picked up
D&D.
What did you have, the frosted set or the black and pink set? Because I might have picked up the pink and black set and thought of you. You've only ever bought the one set, the frosted set. Okay, so I saw the black and pink set and thought of you, and I may have conflated the two, but I do remember the frosted set. But yeah, a lot of stores don't keep those sets in stock because they're Chessex. The things I remember about dice, I could fill so many things in my brain with the amount of space dedicated to dice. I still have not seen the Snyder Cut.
4 hour, 3 minute cut of sections. He's a treasure.
He is truly, truly a treasure. That is a really great Venn diagram of who owns what. Truly.
Oh boy.
I know. I'm so behind. Okay, so here's the thing. And I think we talked about this on stream. I just can't force myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know that I really like any of the DC movies outside of the original Wonder Woman and Birds of Prey.
Okay, so I mean, I'll take this one for the team. I am going to watch the Snyder Cut.
I'm gonna watch it. I just haven't yet.
It's just, you know, it was hard to carve out 4 hours from a Lord of the Rings rewatch, and
you're very dedicated to that. That's,
very, very dedicated. But
that's basically your religion.
A little bit. Like, disturbingly accurate description of my relationship with Lord of the Rings. But I will do this. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, and it's not something that I like. It's not a priority where I was like, let me do this as soon as it's released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things that were going on around that, and I've heard a lot of people have really, really liked it. I heard a lot of people have really, really not liked it. There seems to be a lot of, like...
So, I actually have a question for you about this. Because... Oh, you really liked it? Oh, that's good. Yeah, so
Ash or me?
I have a question for you, Mary, about it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad to hear that Ash liked it. I really want to give the movie a fair chance, because I feel like it got kind of shafted, so I'm going to go into it with an open mind. So my dad said one of the things that he didn't like about it is that he was, like, annoyed that all of the heroes were, like, on the phone all the time. Like, talking to Alfred and, like, getting coordination and stuff like that. And he found that he was very unaccustomed to that type of thing in a superhero story, where he expected the superheroes to very much be kind of on their own and, like, managing things out in the field and just, like, you know, superheroing it up, not, like, coordinating with a team. And Alfred's back at the base, and he said, you know, he remembers Alfred as, like, a butler, and he served tea, and he disapproved of Batman's nighttime activities, and that was that. So I hypothesized that a lot of this superhero on the phone stuff kind of started maybe with Oracle. But
you are correct.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to confirm that with you, because I know that you actually know more about Batgirl than I do.
So that, I wouldn't say it originated with Batgirl, but I think it became a lot more commonplace, at least within the Bat titles.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the team things. once Barbara became Oracle, and especially within the Nightwing and the Birds of Prey comics, but even in comics where she is not a character, Oracle is the character that like Batman calls, and we've seen this on page, we've seen this in panel. When things don't make sense, or when he needs access to something, when he needs that, he does call Babs, because she's that badass, our Barbara Gordon. But this idea of like the connecting, and so in I don't know about other titles, but in Birds of Prey, it's kind of like a hyperlink. They have earpieces on the phone that like in their ears that Babs is connected to them through. And I actually assume that the reason this is being done, and I could be wrong, this is speculation, I have not looked into this. I assume the reason that this was done like this, and specifically the reason why this was done in the more female-dominated titles, so it was happened in Justice League Dark a little bit, it happened in Birds of Prey, it happened in some of the Teen Titan books, was because all of these kind of later titles shifted around the time that X-Men started getting popular, or more popular, were pop culture popular.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you had Jean Grey on the playing field, and Jean does mind melds. She psychically communicates with everyone on the field. So your dad also, I think, watched a lot of the Solo stuff. I don't know how much he really watched or read of like the team stories.
Right. So it's always interesting to talk about comics with my dad, because my dad read comics in the Silver Age?
Silver Age?
When is the Silver Age?
It
might be the Golden Age. Is the Golden Age earlier than the Silver Age? I might be making my dad sound older than he is.
The Silver... Okay, so your dad was not in the Golden Age.
Okay, so he read comics in the Silver Age.
The Silver Age is from 1956 to 1970.
The
Bronze Age is from 1970 to 1985.
Okay, so my dad read comics in the Silver Age as a child. And then, like most people from that era, he stopped reading them when he became an adult.
Yeah.
Right? But then, because my dad was a really big nerd as a kid. But then what happened to nerds at that age is that they had to like grow up and become like adults, like Stephen Colbert. So he stopped reading comics. But then in his adulthood, comics gained this incredible resurgence in pop culture, and then he could see comic book movies, which he was excited about, and he was excited to share them with us, his children.
Of course.
Yeah, but like, so he missed, I think, a lot of stuff that went on in the 70s and 80s and 90s in the comics. And a lot of the newer films coming out now are drawing on a lot of those storylines and stuff, and trends and norms. And so I think sometimes it can be kind of jarring to him because it's very different than what he expects or remembers.
So one of the things I've noticed kind of passively in particular the Bat titles, that are not the Batgirl titles, be this Barbara, Steph, or Cass, they tend to be a lot more tech forward thinking, because they either have Barbara as a resource, or they are actively trying to keep up with the level of technology that Barbara is playing in. So for a lot of the time, Barbara is playing technologically on a completely separate level than basically everybody else on the Justice League. She, I believe, is responsible for the computers on the Watchtower.
Mm-hmm.
She helped program the computers in the Batcave. She's this very heavy, we think of Batgirl with the tight ropes and the swinging through the streets and the yellow boots, but especially as Oracle, she is...
Well, so they made so they broke her back, and then they made her Oracle, and so she became the tech, like they made her tech support basically, and then they made that into such an intense role that was worthy of its own entire superhero role, right? So
Right.
now we're not
We have
justifying
to-
her existence, but like we're giving
We
her a
need her.
job. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've noticed a couple more recent of the bat. To your point about the stories kind of having to keep up with these trends,
Mm-hmm.
a lot more of the Bat titles, the Batman Incorporated, Batman and Robin, Nightwing, Grayson, Red Hood. They're leaning on more this tech thing than they have previously.
Sure.
And
And Batman is a gadgeteer, right? So that
is a
makes sense for
gadgeteer.
him.
It
What's
makes
a
total
gadgeteer with
sense.
like who's behind on the technology?
Exactly. And I think that these are also just resources that didn't exist in early comics. You know, superheroes, when you're on teams like that, if you're not all living in the same house, X-Men, Fantastic Four, um, Avengers, Defenders, whoever, right? A lot of the DC heroes are that. They're heroes. They're not a hero team.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, they're solo heroes.
when you can pick up a cell phone and say, hey, Superman, I'm fighting Darkseid. This is a problem. I need you to get here now. Why wouldn't you? Right? Before, if you had to dial a landline, hope the person was at their desk, you send a telegram, or you didn't have that easy mode of access.
I'm laughing because Superman literally changed in a phone booth, right?
Right, exactly. And that's like the iconic Superman thing.
Where would you even find a phone booth now?
I couldn't fucking tell you.
Yeah.
I saw a payphone the other day, and I was like, not the other day, but like before quarantine happened, and I was like, holy shit. But so it does fascinate me, because that is something that I don't think about, right? Because Oracle showed up, I think, in 92, in the early mid 90s, 92 it looks like, with Dennis O'Neil. Yeah, about then. About then. So I've never been without Barbara Gordon as Oracle. Like, I don't, that's never existed outside of that spectrum for me. And so if the Justice League movie had been made in 1992, cell phones wouldn't have been a thing.
So
but he used a car phone, I thought, in the Batman movie with
So I think it was more that Batman used to do. Batman works alone. You know what I mean?
So much. I hate it so
So I think
much.
it was a bit more like Batman would drive his own self to the Batcomputer, right? And he would look
Okay.
things up on his own because Batman is a detective. And he wouldn't call Alfred if he Alfred, can you Google this for me? Right?
I'll give him, like, that seems a little like, I want to see more of Bruce Wayne doing Bruce. Like, I want to see Bruce Wayne being a detective.
So I mean, this was interesting to me because I feel like this is not something I would ever notice myself.
Right.
Because I'm just used to, I'm so used to this by now. But that was actually kind of one of the reasons I wanted to watch Gotham by Gaslight, because it takes it back to Victorian times, which is a little bit early. So my grounding in Batman is BTOS. And so that is sort of like a 1930s/40s sci-fi. Like, it's the future, but it's also the past, right?
Yeah.
And so it's got this Art Deco future, and the technology level is kind of mixed because Gotham City is outside of normal time, right? It's like a more advanced past, so you have some technology but not other kinds of technology, and that's how they kind of got around that kind of thing. And when you make a lot of stories recently have been trying to get kind of realistic, I think, particularly post Nolan in the DC live action films. And so Batman has, like in one of the Nolan films, he's hacked into every single person's cell phone, right? And stuff like that. So going back to something like Gotham by Gaslight takes you back to a Bruce Wayne who, they haven't discovered. Alfred's very disapproving of activities, and he comes up to the Batcave, which is in an attic, and he says, "Oh, are you are you hoping to find fingerprints? You know, those aren't admissible evidence to the Gotham PD because they're not science.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and he's, you know, doing stuff like dressing up in disguises and sneaking into places. There's an element, this is not going to surprise you at all, but there's a Sherlock Holmesian type of element sometimes to Batman stories that I think haven't really made their way into the films about Batman so much. So I think he might be, like, I think that's it, but it's not like, to me, that's not good or bad. It's just different. It's just different kinds. Yeah. I do think it's a little weird. Like, I don't have a problem with Batman calling home to Alfred about stuff. Because
if he needs access to the computer and he doesn't have it, well, then...
I'm kind of on board with the idea of Alfred becoming more of a battle butler than...
We have seen a lot more of, like, the Pennyworth stuff, where he's, like, a secret spy and things like that.
Yes.
And honestly, super cool.
My comfort with that is, I think a lot due to Helsing, where Walter is a battle butler, and I'm just really in on the idea of, like, a battle butler as a character archetype. It's just fun for me.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
Yeah, although I do think it's weird if, like, other characters in the Justice League are calling Alfred.
So, yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know if that happens, again, because, like I said, I haven't seen it. But if something like that were to happen, I think I would find that a little odd. Because, you know, I don't know that Batman wants people to know about Alfred, right? Because he's trying to keep his identity secret, so...
Secret?
Yeah.
That one feels a little bit weird to me. I think I pegged that when we first saw it, like the regular cut, where I do think Diana calls Alfred or they interact or something.
Yeah, and it seems very unlike Batman to, like, want to let anybody know who he is. Although, this Batman in Snyder's Justice League is not what I would consider standard Batman. This is, like, Batman post Jason Todd's death, and it's
very dark.
Yeah, darker, grittier. Like, he's got a whole, like, thing where he's, you know, given up on Gotham or something like that. So it's not what I would consider, like, standard Batman. But I am okay with, again, I watch Gotham by Gaslight, which is Elsewhere. So for me,
I do love the Elsewhere books.
Yeah, so for me, the Justice League occupies a place similar to, like, an Elsewhere story, where it's not what I personally would consider, like, canon Batman, but it still could be a really cool and interesting story about a particular take on Batman that I'm excited to see.
I do feel
even if it is 4 hours long.
I do feel like recently we've gotten a lot of "or" on Batman, and that's a weird sentence. I'm gonna specify.
Before we jump into that real quick, I'm having a crisis with these couches.
Okay.
Okay, so this couch and this couch are the two couches that I would consider to truly be indigo. This love seat matches the wall the best. Hey, Dimension Satire, welcome. I'm having a couch crisis, and then we're going to talk about DC some more. And then these two couches, this has like
I actually really like the gray ones you've got on the wall. They're not proper indigo, but I really like those because I love purple and gray together.
The moment you realize lowercase I is just an upside down exclamation point. That is very true.
That's true. That is true.
So you like the gray and purple ones, even though they're not the blues?
I personally like those. Even though they're not technically indigo, I think that those fit the space the best.
Yeah, so like this just doesn't work anywhere in the room.
No.
And
the vintage glamour is one you got to be real careful with, I think, personally.
Yeah, and it's also black instead of white or gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are those the ones? Did I pick the right ones? Were those ones you were excited about? Because you put those on the wall. When you put things on the wall, you're pretty excited.
Oh,
I do also like the white and purple.
Yes.
Love seat that you got there.
And then there's also this white thing with the grass, which I feel like this is a couch, and I feel like it's
cannot be comfortable.
Yeah, that's probably true. I bought It Takes Two and you played it with Dane. That's cool.
Nice.
I've been playing that with Mark. And he's really, really carrying me through the game, like a lot.
Sweet thing.
He's threatened to put a kill counter on me. Just to count the number of times that I've died. I think he's died maybe twice so far in all of the time we've played, and I must have died, oh my god, it must be dozens of times.
Oh my goodness.
I died constantly. We have, I believe we've just defeated the squirrel wasp zone. Let me see if he's here.
The what?
Okay, so you shrink tiny, and then you go into the tree, and inside your tree you find that there's an army of squirrels that are fighting an invasion of wasps.
Oh shit.
But they give you a, it's in 2 parts, but it's effectively a, flamethrower.
Okay.
So one of you has a sap shooter, and one of you has a match gun. And the sap shooter lays the sap down, and then the match gun person lights all the sap on fire. And it has some really satisfying explosions.
That sounds very, very nice for me, honestly.
Yeah.
I would be terrible.
Which, the great thing I've discovered is it is impossible to do friendly fire.
Amazing.
Ask me how I know.
I know how you know. I don't have to ask. I do know how you know, because I also do the same thing. Looking at you, Baldur's Gate.
I think Mark is possibly not in chat.
I don't think he's in chat.
He found a new game that, as far as I can tell, is Among Us with better graphics.
Oh, it's the Goose Goose Duck game.
Okay. You're all dressed up as, like, 1920s people, and it looks a little bit like,
so
like
he's not playing Goose Goose Duck. He's playing the other one.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like BioShock, just
Okay.
style-wise, and then you're running through, like, an old-timey, I don't know, I'm gonna say saloon? And then
Weird.
someone's a traitor.
Okay. Weird. Not mad, but weird.
Not impossible to friendly fire with the previous weapons. Okay, good to know. That's how far you've watched, not how far you've played. Yeah. We got pretty far. I'm gonna see if he has a rough count of how many times I died.
I'm gonna go with at least a dozen, personally.
The thing is, in the boss battles, I spend most of the time dead. And I'm alive long enough just to do my part of the battle, because you usually you both have to do, you have to participate together in order to defeat them, which is very hard when I'm dead. But
Yes.
what he manages to not be dead most of the time, and you don't lose unless both of you are dead. So
Okay. That poor man just wants to play video games.
I know.
We need to make him some friends that are, like, better at playing games than us.
He's fine.
He's fine. I think, he grumbles, but I actually think he likes watching us flail.
I think it makes him feel very good at video games to play with me.
I think so, too.
So.
I really like looking at office furniture way too much. So DC.
That's right. So you were gonna say, you said something about org.
I feel like we either get a lot of Batman the Detective or Batman the Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like lately we've been leaning very heavily on the ninja aspect, so that Alfred can do the lookups and the other stuff, and to give other, because Batman can kind of do everything, right? That's kind of his shtick. So, but that's kind of boring in a group movie when you don't need another character to do another thing. You have Alfred doing research, and you have Diana doing research, and then you just have Bruce there ninja-ing the shit out of things. Because honestly, he can. He is a ninja. He was trained to be a ninja, and that's cool. But I feel like lately we've been getting a lot of that or and not the combination of. Even in some of the comics, I feel that way.
So I'm gonna talk about this show again.
Oh boy.
But
oh boy.
That was one of the great things about BTOS, is that because it ran as long as it did, and each episode was discrete, you would sometimes get a slightly different Batman from episode to episode. So some episodes you would get Batman leaning more on his ninja skills, and in some episodes Batman would legit like dress up in a disguise, infiltrate an underground fighting ring, like pretend to be, like a random thug on the street and listen to things people were saying, and solve pet the critter, and solve a mystery that way. And then sometimes you would get Batman sneaking around. She's stretching. She's stretching in the most ridiculous way. You stretching out your little feet? And neither of them got up from me. Yeah.
It makes sense, I think, that Batman's also, that his skill set would change between like what you needed, like in the situation. Like that's one of the great things about.
Have you seen
one of the obnoxious things about playing or being in stories with characters who can do everything is that, god damn it, you can do fucking everything. But on the flip side, you have this character that's incredibly versatile, who knows things and can you just like...
How fast was that?
Pretty immediate. Pretty freaking immediate.
Yeah.
So, without super spoilers, we have, I think, an incident report, a quasi-Batman epoxy, or XB, rather. Right? Epoxy, something different. XB.
Yes, epoxy, I think, is an adhesive or mixture of some kind.
Well, sometimes he's kind of gooey, so it counts.
Will you shake? Shake.
Where, he can do... Or towards the end, I don't think that there was a single thing that this character couldn't do. Except take a hit. No, he had a mode for that.
Did you knock him off?
Did she shove him off?
Yes, she's in the process of shoving him off. There you go, buddy. I'm sorry that she was mean to you. Leia, shake.
Oh god, Leia. What the fuck, you bitch. I love her so much. Just no qualms either. Just boofed. You know what? Luke should be really glad they're not birds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how things happen in the nest.
Oh.
Yeah, I was reading some more. One of the dudes on TikTok that I follow was talking about birds.
Is this the guy that does the nature videos?
I love him so much. Oh my god, I love his TikTok. I always, like, the way he explains things is great, but I also really, really love, like, all the different kinds of videos he makes. Oh, poor Luke. Our good baby boy.
Yes, he's a good boy.
He's a good baby.
He's still getting pets on the floor.
Leia has no goddamn chill.
No. Zero chill.
Not a single goddamn piece of chill. Oh my god. Fucking A, Leia. Fucking A, Leia.
Okay, you got your snack. You got your pets. You gonna go back to sleep now?
No, because now there might be more treats. You never know. You never know.
You're a good girl. You're just very motivated by snacks.
Very.
And
well,
I mean,
no.
It's relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's relatable.
Mm-hmm. You're a good boy too, Luke. Okay.
Nope. They're like, we do this.
I'm still crinkling the bag, so.
That's why. That's why they still like, nope, no bitch. No, we here. We here forever. We here forever and ever.
I have plenty of points, but it's probably getting close to bedtime, so I'll spare you. Yes, it is getting pretty close.
I have so many points. I dropped all those channel points in chat yesterday, and I still have over 35,000.
Yeah, they collect.
They collect. They collect. They add up.
Yes. She's a bit large for a lap, but that does not stop her.
I've never known that to stop a dog.
No. Also, this dog loves a pillow. Oh my god. Anytime she can rest her head on a pillow, that is what she likes to be doing.
Do you remember last week when I told you that Finn had been throwing temper tantrums for days and I couldn't figure out what his malfunction was?
Uh-huh.
It's because he didn't have access to any of the goddamn things he likes to sleep on. He was literally throwing temper tantrums because he wasn't allowed on the couch.
Wow.
And he didn't have access to his blanket.
Oh, no blankie.
He had access to his blanket, like I deprived the dog of his blankie. But like it wasn't the way he wanted it, and he wanted to be up on the couch, and you spoiled little bastard. I realized, because I was out front with Winnie all the time, so he was with me, and I went into my room to do something, and he was just like up on the bed, and then like in my pile of pillows, and I was just like, you motherfucker, you've just been throwing a temper tantrum because you want to build a nest. Like, that's it. That's the whole reason you've been throwing a temper tantrum.
You removed his access to the snuggles.
No, I sit on the floor with this motherfucker. I do. I sit on the floor with the dog so that he has someone to cuddle with.
Mm-hmm.
Because he likes to cuddle, and I understand that. But he wanted my pillows. He did not care if I was there. He wanted the pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Because, why? Why should it matter? But yeah, so that was something that I learned. But yeah, that was my DC statement.
God, it's
but
so glowy.
but yes, it was Babs. I think it originated. I think it's a combo of Barbara making it a little bit more popularized, and the fact that technology is just changing, and
yeah.
the way, well,
I think
is a
in
combination.
A sense, lately, you would have to justify, like, not having them talk to each other when people now would be so accessible.
So that actually is something that, of all of the properties Percy Jackson deals with a lot, is it came out kind of at the time when teens were starting to get cell phones, and they were becoming a little bit more ubiquitous amongst humans. And Rick Riordan, when he started the series, they didn't have cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
But then he started, like, because he's so cute, he had his first set of beta readers were his students.
Aww.
And one of the questions that they asked him was, how come no one uses a cell phone? And then he was like, what? He's like, you guys don't all have cell phones? And they're like,
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. He's like, well, you're not supposed to have cell phones. And so he made it so that the signals in the cell phones made it easier for monsters to track the Half-Bloods.
Oh, that's cool.
So that only really, really powerful or very, very stupid demigods had cell phones. So in, I think, the entire Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus series, the only character who carries a cell phone is Annabeth, because she's out of fucks. She does not give a single fuck. But notably her her fatal flaw is hubris.
Uh-huh.
And she thinks herself untouchable by monsters, which is, a thing that Annabeth believes, but no evidence to the contrary has been.
I don't know if that works out for her.
I would say for Annabeth, yeah. I would say of all of the characters in the book, Annabeth is the one it probably works out overall the best for, besides the drama.
Okay.
I would say that in some part her hubris is earned. Okay. At least in regards to the cell phone thing. But so that was like a weird thing. It's like, oh, well, this is something that is, but when you have Bruce, why does Bruce Wayne not have a goddamn cell phone? Mm-hmm. Diana Prince is an archaeologist. She's on, she works for the Smithsonian. She needs to have a cell phone.
Well, just because she has a cell phone doesn't mean that her super friends are calling on it, right?
That's true. But, like, once you know someone's identity, especially in the DCE right now, everybody kind of knows everybody.
So I think there would be a lot of reasons that Bruce Wayne would not call the other members of the Justice League on a regular cell phone.
But a bat phone.
Of course, yes, absolutely, Dimension, a bat phone.
Young Justice actually, I think, got around this quite well as well, because they integrate a lot of technology and changing technology within their scope, including. Did you see the most recent season of Young Justice season 3?
No, I am not caught up.
Okay. So without spoilers, they borrow very heavily from the Grayson arc, where he has the implant from Spiral, that allows him to interface with things.
To be honest, Bruce is technologically savvy enough to not have his phone number be traced.
He truly
and
is.
could probably do it so none of the others are either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he set everything up for Clark.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he set everything up for Clark. But yeah, the young you haven't seen season 3 yet? When is season 4 coming out?
I saw the first half.
The back half was better. I want to say that implicitly. Oh. Young Justice season 4 will be comprised of 26 episodes. It will be called Phantoms, and it's going to air on HBO Max.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That's where they all are now.
Well, I'm waiting to see if there's anyone, because they added a bunch of people too. I'm trying to see if anybody came from Harley, because I know Greg Weisman is oh my god, I can hear Winnie crying. Greg Weisman does not look what I thought Greg Weisman looks like.
We are all watching Invincible, and we are in fact streaming Invincible on this very channel on Monday. If you would like,
it is killing me to have to have waited all goddamn week.
You will actually see Mary's first impression of it live if you tune in on Monday.
So So Mark watched everything, and then binge read the entire comic series.
He did indeed.
Like, holy shit. It is allowed within Twitch terms of service. It's some complicated gobbledygook, but we're actually streaming it through Prime, which is like a whole feature that they have set up.
So,
but
if you
as
have
long as
to,
we're okay.
In order to see the show itself, you have to have access to Amazon Prime, and then you can watch the show along with Mary's reactions. However,
yes.
If you don't have Prime, you'll just see Mary's real-time reactions and you won't see the show.
Yeah.
And that's how it's able to be legally
and
streamable.
The way that they get around, the show having some questionable content is you are adults, or you have to be you're supposed to be of a certain age on Twitch. So you are acknowledging that you're allowed to watch this, and as long as we're not saying terrible things ourselves, we are beholden to Twitch's terms of service. The show is not. So that's how they're getting around that. So Mark has seen everything, and Mark has read everything. Brian has seen everything but not read anything. I haven't seen anything other than the first episode, but I read the first 3 or 4 issues when they came out a long time ago. And apparently my reactions are quite hilarious and like the sole reason Mark wanted to do this. But yeah, so I've only seen the first episode. I am shook. I was like all prepared last week to like sit down and watch 2 or 3 like 2 episodes, and Mark was like, no, I gotta do like a work thing, this is just the first episode, and the next week we'll watch everything. I was like, I hate you so much. Because I was like all prepared, and then the ending of the episode is the ending of the episode, and I was big mad. What you doing, Finn? What you doing, buddy? But yeah, so technically we're all watching Invincible together, and my life is rough. Actually, earlier during the stream, I got a message from somebody asking if I had seen Invincible or Winter Soldier yet, and I was just like, God damn it, guys! There's too many cool things for me to keep up with right now. But in my defense, Winnie's been taking up a lot of time the last couple of weeks, so that's
Winnie is a brand new itty bitty baby kitten, and she's really cute.
She is the newest member of our Addict Door Media team, and you can I posted a couple pictures of her in the Discord, and I can hear her screaming right now. She is an itty bitty thing. She's 6 weeks, we think, this week. So she is a very tiny bean, so she's still half on she's still half on bottle, and she's taken the bottle less and less, but she's not fully weaned yet. But I think she's starting to wean herself.
Okay. Quick gameplay question, and then I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight, because I feel like we've got at least one more stream to finish off, this room and all the bathrooms and the rest of the outside.
Yeah, we've got a couple, I think.
But we finished most of the inside, so that's good.
We did. Yeah.
So this wondrous wardrobe platform, if your Sims can stand on it and change their clothes.
I've never used it.
Okay, I think that's how it works. So my vision for how this room works is
we can do this is a great Rika room. Speaking of Rika, Jesus.
Oh, it's because it's purple. It's a little too blue for her, but yeah.
It is. It's more of a Tiana or a Malkin purple, but
yeah.
I also really like the yoga, though that one mat being off center irritates me.
It's because this is actually 4 tiles.
Yeah, I know. I know why. It just bothers me.
I also don't think the rug should be under the fountain.
That's just that's
I'll
a
mess
thing.
with it later. Anyway, so
we can do some gameplay tests later this week if you like.
Yeah. So we have the sauna here, and we have the shower element as part of the spa thing. But sometimes your Sims take a shower and then they change their clothes, and the clothes that they end up in are not what you would choose for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had that experience.
I have.
So this wardrobe changing station here will allow you to easily change your Sims into whatever they were supposed to be wearing before they got the idea that they would put on their bathing suit or all of their winter wear or whatever it is that they decided to do. And then there's a space here where you can take off your shoes. I should actually probably put a dance floor under this, but it's fine. We'll check on it again next week. The walls are still bare in here, so we'll need to clutter it.
We do have to do that. Yeah, we have to clutter it. We've got to integrate the flags.
But unfortunately,
we've got to do the outside.
Yeah, you know what's actually a little bit annoying is that, well, it's not quite. It's still more yellow than this, but I feel like it's more blue. It's kind of blue, but that's fine. But yeah, so this room still needs to be kind of finished and cluttered. But we did this cute magic room. And then today we also did these 2 little rooms. We have a gaming room. And we have a kids area, which is near the playground, which is why I wanted to pick this one. And then on our first stream, we did a logic-based room. So we have a library and chess. And then we have this microscope, which you can use to analyze plant samples from the garden. And you can do flower arranging there and here in the skill building room, which is green. And then we have the main area, which has a cafeteria, and an upstairs, which is still kind of unfinished. And here's the whole build.
This is looking so cute.
Yeah. And this is MxPlumBee's shell that we're working on. They created the shell. It was bare, just these walls, which I'm not allowed to touch. or change in any
No.
way. And this arch, which I'm not allowed to remove. And then basically I decorate and style the rest of it however I want. And so this is what I've done so far. I'm making it a community garden space. But because it's so big, it's like each one of these rooms is dedicated to a different kind of skill building. And so we've kind of covered all the bases here. I think we have everything except a gym.
You got some fitness stuff, which isn't a gym. You have stuff outside for kids though.
Yeah. And then this part I made into kind of like a lighthouse. And
yeah, I like the lighthouse. The lighthouse came out pretty cool.
This is how it looks at night.
It does look pretty cool at night.
I like to make my builds look cool at night. If I remember. Yeah. Sometimes I forget to put any lights outside and then I'm sad. I like to make them really well lit. Because I think that makes them feel safe. Although,
yeah.
And then, where is it? Oh, I made this thing.
Oh, photography. That's the one skill that I don't think is on
the
yeah. lot.
Yeah, I don't think there's any photography.
I don't feel like that would fit the vibe though.
Yeah, it's Moschino stuff and it's not very cozy, so.
Yeah, it's not super cozy at all.
Haven't had any windows to this yet either. So, that'll be another thing I do next time.
Oh god, did you not add windows?
No, there's no windows.
Oh boy.
But there will be.
Yeah, there will be.
They're just not there yet. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out and chatting.
We will be back.
It's been fun.
Yeah. We will be back tomorrow when we will be streaming Invincible. And you can see Mary's first reaction. And you'll also get some commentary with some rare vocal appearances from Brian and Mark, right? Is Brian going to be joining us?
I will remind Brian.
Okay.
I'll remind Brian right now.
And then on Tuesday, you're going to stream again. And you're going to be doing Control?
If all goes well, yes.
Okay.
That's the plan anyway.
All right. And Saturday is our wildcard stream. And then Sunday, we'll be right back here. And we'll hopefully be finishing this shell.
Hopefully, yes.
So until we see you next, have a great night. Or have a great week. And until we see you, stay super.
All right. Stay super, guys. Have a good night.
Oh, yeah, and there's pictures of the kitten in the Discord.
There's pictures of the